Because it is. Because I don't think it's always that.
Even though we bottle up a lot of stuff, I do think we own a lot of stuff. And do we own certain things that we maybe shouldn't? Roles, what people say about us that we shouldn't? Yes. But we know what, Terrell? When you talk to a man responds with what? Logic. This is why niggas make so many bad choices in talking to their woman, because women are not logical. Women are all emotional.
That is not true. That is a big ass myth,
Terrell.
Terrance, that's not true.
Let me say it.
You're saying like a women,
but I can't say your shit's not true.
Terrance, you're saying things that are just not true.
Terrell,
you're saying men are all logical, women are all emotional.
Terrell,
that's not true.
No, I'm not saying that. When you talk to a man, most of the time a man will give you a logical response. That is a fact.
I don't think that's a fact.
Well, look, this is my opinion.
I think some niggas respond very emotionally.
I'm saying my opinion.
Okay, so say that then. Don't make it seem like you saying it as a fact.
I'm just saying.
You can't say that is a fact and
Terrell,
then say I'm saying my opinion.
I said most times. I don't have to say, I'm not saying facts. And this is true. Most times when you talk to a man, he's going to give you a logical response. He's going to tell you what to do, not how to feel. Right or wrong. That's right, Terrell.
I don't think that's all right. I think we see niggas make emotional decisions Terrell, day after day after day.
Most men. Yo, what's poppin', man? It's the Mallory Bros podcast. We back, man. Fresh off of vacay. We a day late.
It's funny you saying that, like you fresh off and this nigga been working the whole time.
That's what I'm saying.
Busy the whole time.
That's what I'm saying. Fresh off of New York Knicks, high New York championship. Shout out to all the New York fans. Terrell didn't know, but he's repping New York City right now.
Oh, damn.
I look like I'm dressed like I'm from New York outside the hat.
Pizzeria, boy.
What do you dress like, boy? You look like you, I don't even know.
Hey, look,
happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday. This is episode 307. Big shout out to the
Wednesday.
Wyoming. Oh, it's Wednesday. Big shout out to the entire state of Wyoming. See what
yes, sir. Yes, sir. 307.
Cheyenne.
We got
Cheyenne, Laramie,
Casper, Rock Springs, Laramie, Gillette, Rawlings Hills. Rawlins, Jackson.
Big shout out to everybody out Wyoming.
Big shout out to everybody in Wyoming, man. If we got any Wyoming listeners. The WYOMING. Hold on, wait.
Isn't that where the Packers are? No, that's Wisconsin, damn. I'm getting my W's mixed up.
Definitely happy to be back. I hope y'all ain't miss us too much. Hopefully we ain't have too much of y'all in heartbreak last week.
Made niggas wait a week and an extra day.
Yeah. Y'all doing crazy. Wrong. I don't even know if I'm gonna tap back.
Come on.
They said fuck us. But yeah, man, just to jump into it, I'll get into my weekend recap first, just because I'm sure it wasn't as bright as Terrell's, who've been gone in DI crazy.
And not necessarily weekend, but week.
Week, yes. And I'll keep it short. For me, it was a weekend without my baby girl, who at this very moment, she is still in Seattle with her mama. A nice, dope, quick trip for them. I hate that I couldn't go. But sometimes you just gotta make a sacrifice just so things can happen. I was happy to be able to get them to go out there and see the fam.
Yeah, that's dope, man.
And big shout out to my bro Kyle, happy birthday.
Hey, happy B-Day.
Yeah, happy B-Day. But my weekend recap was, of course, Terrell being gone, so a whole lot of work being done. Believe it or not, y'all, I got a basketball. After my behind the bros,
and if you don't know what he talking about, he break every shot. He did a 3-point shootout.
I did a 3-point shootout and I behind the bros. I didn't even put the whole joint in. I was too embarrassed. Put half of it in, though. I did not hit the rim at all. I do have to say, I got a basketball court in the crib, and we use the in-the-house basketballs, right? So they lighter. That's why I was shooting all the air balls, because I'm thinking that I'm shooting this feathery-ass ball.
Terrance got them silent basketballs.
And I'm like, I'm not going to get the hard ball and then throw it across the rim. So that's why I kept coming up short. But either way, I got a basketball. I went to a basketball court that's not far from the crib, and I just went up there and got some shots after the workout, y'all. And let me tell you, it was hot as fuck. I was beating
Y'all got a
sweat
basketball
all
court
over.
next to your joint?
It's behind. It's not next to my joint. I had to drive to it. But I got the basketball, so I said I'm gonna go to it. And it's a public park. Y'all know what I didn't like? The net, when you make the shot, the net don't move and it'll hold the ball in the middle. I said, yo, this ruining the whole experience.
Yeah. You gotta run up and get the ball.
I gotta run and smack the ball out every time. Dumb.
You need to get up there and straight that joint.
Somebody needs to put new nets up there. Y'all, you knew the net didn't fit and you said, fuck it, we're gonna leave it because you got
that joint up.
Yeah. Outside of that, cleaning the hell out of my house so that A-Train and Sonny B come home to a good house.
Good dude.
I watched Obsession. We're going to talk a little bit about that, but that was a big part of my weekend. Watch that.
He was too pussy to watch Backrooms.
I was too pussy. I watched Obsession dolo. A-Train was asleep on the couch before she left. I was in the crib. Nicked. I watched that joint by myself. Nicked. And I watched it at home. Sorry, a lot of us did. But it's still breaking box office records.
They ain't need my money.
But I said I gotta get this movie watched before A-Train leaves, even though she fell asleep on me. There's that, and then what was the last thing I wanted to say in my weekend recap? Y'all, I'm sorry. I'm just gonna admit it. I don't give a fuck. I am deep on Love Island. I'm on it. My sister and my fiance watching.
We need recaps.
They've been coming over, and I said, hey, yo. Now, let me tell y'all, I wouldn't do recaps because it's an everyday show. It's way too hard. But, your boy is definitely tuned in and turning that on because it's a nice little fresh hour at night. Boom. But anyway, that was my weekend recap. Just did my first solo reaction listening to the Vince Staples. Shout out to everybody who tapped in Music Monday. That album was a shock. That album ended up being fire.
Dope, man. And you know what? And I'm gonna tell you this in the pod. I'm gonna tell you in the pod this though. When you react to some shit by yourself.
Did you see what I was saying in reaction?
What?
Well, I had him up where I said, it's because I'm standing down here by myself and y'all gonna say I'm gassing it. I said, am I gassing it because Terrell's not here? Hey, you gotta tell us what you think about D.I. This man been gone for 2 weeks. I'm gonna give him the floor.
Man, my week was, I was telling Terrence last night, you know how like you look forward to something for so long and then it's over and you just feel like, that was what I was looking forward to, man. We had planned this. We try to do something for crew birthday every year. Big shout out to my boy. He's a big 3-year-old now, 3-nager, and full of, they said terrible twos was bad.
Man.
3.
Terrell, we headed into terrible twos, but not gonna hijack. Just
oh, no, you're good. And guess what?
You about to see.
I be telling Terrence stuff, and he be like, Terrell, you're talking to him this way. Terrell, maybe you do this. Terrell. And I'm like, bro, this motherfucker's gonna get under your skin. Something serious.
Y'all know me and Terrell for this podcast. Y'all will be surprised at our parenting, who's the one who's more short-tempered and who's more patient.
He got a girl. He got a girl.
Terrell, I'm telling you, I don't get no credit for nothing.
He got a girl.
You see how you can't get no
I have
credit
a boy. So it's different there. You look at your girl like, oh, she can do whatever she wants. She's my little princess.
See, he gonna say, let me say that until I say it.
No, but see,
flip, then Terrell gonna say, oh, here we go.
No, but see, think about that. That is the truth. A little bit.
It is. Stay on your DI. We got a lot to talk about. Stay on your DI.
3-nager.
Yeah. 3-nager.
Right? But we try to do something for crew birthday every year. The last couple years, we've been going to see his grandparents in DR, right? And we be trying to make a trip out of it. Last year, we went to resort side kind of first, and then we go local. We always either go resort, local.
Yeah.
Right? So we did kind of the same thing this year. And, man, what a trip. Before we went on the trip, me and Gigi went to the movies and saw Backrooms.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh, my goodness. I need Terrence to see that film.
I need A-Train to bring her ass back.
If you've seen
Otherwise,
Backrooms.
I'm going alone.
Terrence is loving Obsession, right? And I saw Obsession too. We got to see that too. Me and Gigi been on our movie shit. And we low-key, we saw Scary Movie. I didn't get to tell you, we saw Scary Movie, the new joint.
Y'all saw Scary Movie?
Terrence, that joint is ridiculous.
They said they said the reason why it's good is because it's bad. I saw somebody say something like that. Like, it's really good because it's bad. Because Scary Movie was bad. Think about it. Scary Movie is about a bad scary movie.
Yeah.
So, like,
it's a cheat code because it was horrible. Look, but that's the point. So it's kind of like,
okay, so look, y'all got y'all movie watching it.
We got our movie. We saw Backrooms. Terrence is crazy about Obsession, right? He ain't seen Backrooms yet. I think Backrooms, to me, is the one. Obsession is the moneymaker, right? it's the one that would catch for real for like.
Obsession is the one.
Obsession is the one that you could tell a couple go see this. It's the movie crazy. Y'all gonna fuck with it. And if you're gonna go and you're gonna fuck with it, right? Because Obsession was good. Backrooms, I don't know if you gonna. It's one of the ones where you tell somebody, I don't know if you gonna fuck with it, but if you give it a shot, like if you tell somebody go see Dune,
and then you tell
I was bored.
Yeah.
Motherfucker, did you pay attention? But Backrooms was crazy. I want to talk about that more.
Let me say real quick, I think Backrooms dropping at this time and then Obsession taking over the horror world. I think that birthed a little rivalry between the young directors, Curry Barker and Kane Parsons. Because I know Kane Parsons thought, when I dropped, oh, I'm about to set the world on fire. But guess what? I don't think he saw, damn, another young director breaks the horror record.
Nah,
I think that probably created a whole little, like, that
I see the
buddy.
picture of them shaking each other's hand like, look.
You did good.
But I fuck with it, though. Two young motherfuckers, you always say it's a young man's game.
I love it. I love it both.
We
Love
can
them
talk
both.
about that.
Mm-hmm.
But, y'all, this trip to DR was hands down my favorite trip that we've ever taken.
Wow.
My favorite
Even
trip
more
we
than the
ever
one
taken.
without, whatever, but the one without crew? That was the Apex y'all trip.
Our first trip was my first time in DR. We was at the resort.
Oh, okay.
And even though that was my favorite, well, that's always gonna be like special in my life or whatever, because that was when me and Gigi first told each other we loved each other.
Yeah.
It was, I had never been out of the country, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like, that was a big first time experience for me. I have a vlog on that from years ago on YouTube, if you've never seen that. But this trip, bro, I just feel like, I bet. I'm not new here. I've been here so much that now we was shaking it. Bro, when I tell you I don't drink I need to just be on nothing but water. And y'all will see, if you're not subscribed to the Patreon, subscribe for this next week so you can see the Behind the Bros for this week. Comes out today, actually. If you watch the podcast, that will be out either tonight or at some point in today. If you go over there, it should be over there. After you watch this pod, you can go watch that, where you can see some of the behind the scenes. I'm gonna probably have to split it into 2 weeks. I got like 4 hours of footage. It ain't gonna be all 4, of course. A lot of it is BS.
Yeah.
But once I chop it down, it's gonna be a couple weeks of it. But man,
you might as well go ahead and take over that BT.
Man, we ate. I ate so much good food, so many good drinks, so many dope spots we went to, so many great beaches, great pools. We just made great memories, man.
And y'all did the ATV.
We did the ATV. I mean, yeah.
I was gonna say y'all ain't do the ATV, but y'all ain't have the look though. You know when you do the ATV, they give you the helmet, they give you the joint. Or
Nah,
you only go to a
that's the thing.
specific
We
place
was
for that?
local. We was in everybody that's been to DR to know the local. It ain't
Oh,
like when you go
in a resort joint.
to the excursion where they gonna drive you through mud and shit. Or you go to Jamaica or some of these places.
Look,
where
I'm thinking about Dubai riding in the sand joint.
Oh yeah. Nah.
Yeah.
Well, you riding around people that's just living their life and this is how they get around.
Oh wow, yeah.
But tourists come and rent and stuff like that.
Damn, see, when you said y'all did ATVs, I was thinking that it was a resort type of situation. Y'all just went and just got on the ATV and just rode.
Not yet. Well, we was in Las
Oh, that
Terrenas.
was the one you rode up the hill.
Yeah. Same city. We was in Las Terrenas, and we came back to Bani for the second half of it. Big shout out to everybody that is from out there or that knows that local life, because we got to experience both sides of it. Always do. The Fion and crew are actually still down there. I left them early to come see this motherfucker.
Man.
Had to get back to the work. But we had a great trip, man. I can't even put in words how great that trip was. It was my favorite. It was literally my favorite trip. Crew birthday was a week. We did a whole week.
Damn.
For his birthday. We ain't even cut a cake for him until the 13th. His birthday the 6th.
Love it, man.
So
we was
it was
missing
great,
that
it was
kid on
great.
this side. My girl loves him. Me and Terrell kids, best friends, man. It's just
And the fact that Sonny is gone,
yeah.
it's like, man, I was hoping to come back and see. I'm actually glad that they coming back sooner than I thought they were, because I thought they was
Yeah.
gonna be gone longer.
I miss my girls for sure. Hey, talk about your plane situation. How was that?
Oh my God, that was the horror. Coming back is always the worst part.
What seat you have? Middle seat, end seat?
Well, I flew back first class.
No. Not you. I guess. Oh, okay. So you got to fly back first class. Oh, that's comfy.
We flew down economy. Me, crew, G.
Oh, you on a window?
Oh, no. Crew with the window because he loves planes.
Because he loves the plane.
Oh my God.
And that's killing it now. Because normally it would be me, Sonny,
Yeah, no, so
or
now
me
it's
and
crew.
A-Train get the window.
It's crew, either me or Gigi, whoever he feel like sitting next to at the time. and then the other one of us. But he had the window. But coming back, I flew first class. Oh, see, first of all, I don't want the window. I don't want that window. I do not want that window. Because lately...
Oh, yeah, the long legs.
I've been on my water shit, too. I'm on my water, so I'm like, damn, I was on the plane and thinking, now I got to ask this motherfucker to get up.
You think I can go use the bathroom?
The dude I rode back with, I had the aisle seat. Mind you, we in first class. And this is another thing. Save up your points because that was one of the biggest reasons why I was able to fly back first class. I had hella points that I just haven't been using.
Same.
Maximizing credit. But the dude I flew back with, everybody was on the first. I didn't board with group 1.
Yeah.
First class, everybody boards with group 1. I got on the plane. I had to go and I forget where I was going. But I boarded with like group 6. So I don't know if white dude, thought he was about to get a free whatever. But when I get on the plane, his little satchel bag is in my seat.
I hate that.
I don't know why you're not putting it
under
whatever, that I now have to. You should at least wait till the plane closed.
And at first class, you're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to either put your shit above or you're supposed to put your shit in front.
Why is your bag in my seat? Whatever.
Why are y'all allowing
And T, look, this is a white dude with literally no hair. He's bald, no eyebrows.
Oh, yeah.
Not smiling. So guess what? Sorry to have a preconceived notion that I was proven right, and I'll tell you why. But now I'm already getting a bad vibe from you. And I already know that you looking at me like, you're in first class.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm like, this is me, 2D.
That could also be your mind. But
true. But I also know the world that we lived in for the last 300 years.
Yep.
But, so sorry if I have a preconceived notion you in this motherfucker like this and you not smiling and you got your bag in my seat. I don't know
we both got a preconceived notion about each other.
Exactly. Because he was surprised to see me.
Right.
I'm a nigga with a chain. I'm like, yo, this is me, 2D.
Uh-huh. You a bald white man. I'm thinking about bald white man. You ever see American History?
American History X?
American History X?
Yeah.
Or
But this is the thing, T. So he moves his bag, puts it under, right? I sit down. Everything's cool, right?
Yeah.
This motherfucker has the window seat. So when I look over to look out the window,
yeah,
because sometimes when the plane, whatever, or if it's like we about to land, I like to look out the window to see, are we seeing buildings yet?
Yeah.
We still up in the clouds, whatever. This motherfucker was watching nothing but the Trump shit, right?
Oh,
he's watching nothing but the Trump shit. Then he's watching the Matt Walsh dude who's racist as fuck. So I'm like, this motherfucker's racist as shit. And then look, he got a water, I got a Coke, right?
Yeah.
I didn't do that on purpose, but our drinks is close. Every time I would get my drink, it's like he thought I was about to get his drink. Like, motherfucker, you scared of me, but you watching these motherfuckers. I just smack the shit out of you. What if I really was that nigga? You know what I'm saying? So look.
I'm about to crush you on this plane.
T, look.
For watching what you watching. Did you agree with that?
At the end of the plane ride, T, she was like, the seatbelt light joint. Boom, boom. This motherfucker got his earphones in.
Yeah.
The pilot comes over the thing and says, yeah, we're, even though we landed, it's an active taxi. You know, think about it. When you land and you didn't get to the gate yet, it's an active taxi. Everybody need to keep their seatbelt on and nobody can get up.
Yeah.
Everybody knows this. If you was listening, when she said to put away your fucking tray table and put your Matt Walsh iPad away, you would know. This motherfucker gonna say, I need to use the bathroom. I said, it's an active taxi, you can't get up yet. Just like that. I said, oh, it's an active taxi, you can't get up. But we're almost there. Not even looking at you. Fuck out of here. And say something.
It's an active taxi, pussy.
Now, I wasn't trying to go that far, T, because see, that's giving them what they want.
Fight me on the plane and get on the no-fly list. I'm about that.
I don't need to go nowhere.
I don't gotta fly anywhere.
This is my vacay for the year.
That's the most dangerous motherfucker ever. You need to get away from him. Fight me right now. I'll put you on a no-fly list.
But y'all, I got stuck in. It was really I had put Atlanta on there, but it was really JFK that fucked me up. Between JFK in New York and Hartsfield Jackson Atlanta Airport, those are the two worst airports ever. JFK is just the most unreliable, terrible airport. And Hartsfield Jackson, bro, they be so pissed off at you for no reason. Why is everybody here having a bad day?
Damn, no bullshit.
We the ones that's jet lagged from traveling. You just clocked in a few hours ago. They be mean. They was mean as fuck in that joint.
Did I miss my flight in New York? I did miss my flight
JFK?
at JFK.
And they always give you that bullshit option. You can drive on down to LaGuardia. They've got flights in LaGuardia.
Yeah,
I don't want to do that shit.
I'm not doing that.
They canceled my shit. I was supposed to be back Sunday so that we could be back for Monday. They canceled my whole shit for the whole day until the next day.
Did I miss my flight coming home from? I did. When me and first met in New York, or when we went to New York together and we came back, I missed my flight then.
Man, I will say this. Just one last thing. Big shout out to my fiance, man. We inching towards what we gonna do for this wedding.
Yeah.
But more than anything, man, we just had a dope trip together as a family, as a unit. It was great, man. I actually really missed them. Damn, wish they was here. That's how you know it's crazy.
Yeah, the vacation in with it all. These days it's a little bit new. Me and Terrell live, I would say, slightly different. Where like you'll leave your girl. We both will leave our lady and the kid out there, not because we don't want them to come back, because they get the extra time out there. They ain't gotta imagine Gigi having to rush back for me and the stuff we doing.
Yeah. And Crew get to see his grandparents out there a little bit longer. Sonny get to spend a little time out of the, her normal comfort zones.
I don't like A-Train flying with Sonny Dolo though.
And I hate that part too.
Cause
I'm dreading when they coming back.
I ain't dada. I watch my girls go back and forth all day, and it's already a thing. It's already it's already what it's gonna be, and I'm already like, yo, chill, come on, let's just walk over here, cause you wildin', and now she's wildin' on me, low key, both of y'all trip. Now look, A-Train get to teasing Sonny or something. I'll be like, don't tease my girl, cause look, my girl at us. That family thing,
and when they alone, you know they stressed out.
I know she get her ass beat. Anyway, but look, that's the sacrifice that they made.
And you know what? I thought I was gonna be more tan than this.
I thought you were gonna be more tan too.
I'm more of a chocolate.
I'm more tan.
This nigga look like he been in the sun.
Remember I told you I went and played that basketball. I was in that heat. Yeah, y'all, what y'all? Hey, look, and y'all will see on the BTV. The shots were going in.
The shots were going. He gonna be 3 edits. It's gonna be like Will Smith. It's gonna be like Fresh Prince, where you shoot, but then they cut into the basket.
Right. But what I did say is I'm gonna leave a lot of my misses too, because I said I want people in the behind the bros to one day be like, y'all remember when Terrance went to the Kings and Men and he was ass? Then he was shooting a real ball. He was ass. Soon y'all gonna see me running with niggas.
You need to start watching them. You need to go get with Lethal Shooter.
No
that
bull.
That nigga was on a roller coaster. Did you see that?
Lethal Shooter will have Stevie Wonder out there making shots. And you like, how the fuck did he even get him to do this? Look, you see it now. What's his thing? You seeing it now. The last, my favorite part of my weekend recap. Big shout out to my uncle. Not gonna say his name on here, but my uncle threw a fellowship, almost like a men's day fellowship, where all of the men on, not in my whole family, but a certain side of my family, all the men got together, no women, no kids, fried fish, nothing but drinks, music.
I hated to miss it.
We sat around, we talked sports. I got to see a lot of my cousins, uncles, and the older men of the family. You ever see the video where the dude be like, with your kid, and your dad is like, he said when you used to be a kid and your dad would be like, who's that? And the dude look at you and be like, no way. I know that ain't.
Yeah.
Little situations like that where it's like, last time I seen y'all was like this. I'll say this, man. My uncle really inspired me. Like, he don't know it, but he inspired me hella. They talked about doing it annually, and I was so with that. I am so with
I will be there for the next one. Y'all just can't do a Crew's birthday.
I know. It's Men's Mental Health Month.
Be there.
And I felt like my uncle gave me something that I was able to exhale from. Shout out to my bro Samar, and we rode up together. But, man, seeing everybody around, I really said, damn, I want to do this for my friends. I think for my friend group, y'all, we kind of past hanging out. Now we legit need to have a fellowship. Now, I said this in the Behind the Bros. Now we legit need to get together. It's a big deal. Haven't seen you. Seeing my uncle see his friends and do the long hug, I thought about my friends. I thought about how I haven't seen my men, and low-key, I want hugs. Seeing these men see each other and hug made me miss my men. It made me miss my friends. And I said, look at what he did. He got all of his friends together, picked a date out in the fall. Everybody added it to their schedule.
And then they showed up for it. Yeah.
I got to respect it, man. And big shout out to all the men, man. Men's Mental Health Month. We hate to be away from y'all for a week.
Hell yeah.
And not be here for the fellas for men's mental health. But we here.
And we gotta look out for each other, man.
And
100%.
we put it in the air.
Because a lot of our mental health be getting put on a, oh, well, y'all don't, you be see how the ladies will sometimes talk about our health and say, oh, well, y'all don't know how to do this. Oh, well, y'all don't deal with y'all grief well. Oh, well, y'all duck off and do this. Or y'all whatever. And it's like, sometimes your lady don't handle y'all mental, or you could just see how the women talk about mental health with men because they have such incomparable stress, even when it comes to something like postpartum, even when it comes to something like miscarriage or certain things that affect men's mental health, but you can't really compare it to the woman who is going through the physical trauma as well as the whatever. Hold on, wait.
I'm sorry.
But we gotta find ways sometimes to support each other so that way we can deal with certain things better. Because sometimes we won't be able to break through. You're not gonna be able to break through to them. Their trauma, their stress is almost incomparable to ours sometimes, but it don't mean ours ain't very real and very fucked up and don't exist.
And I think the difference between us is we deal with our stress and the stuff we deal with head on, most men. Most women have a reason why they're stressing, and it's normally somebody else, something else.
Well, T, don't say that because I just brought up miscarriage and grief and stuff like that.
And look, and I'm not talking about that. I'm just saying, because look, we have stuff that's as heavy as grief too that mess with our mental health. But when we just talk about our day-to-day mental health, you will see women say, oh, y'all don't do this, y'all don't do that. And I feel like they don't realize what we also don't do is we don't also say, hey, my life fucked up because bruh, or my life is fucked up because of her.
But hey, they're not wrong though about how we need to sometimes deal with it better.
That's true.
That's true.
All I'm saying is also we just not
little
victims sometimes to other people. Sometimes we try to handle stuff on our own.
That's not a good thing though.
I never said it was a good thing. I'm just saying
because that's my thing. You should be a victim.
Terrell, look, you did this thing where you brought up how the women shit on us.
I wasn't trying to do that, T. No, you heard that and said,
you brought up how
women.
You brought up how women talk down on our mental health, and that's what I'm talking to. Now you jumping on the other side saying that they right and got points, and they do, but you're not realizing that I'm just really responding to the point you made first. Now I'm like, okay, look, I get what they saying, but also we don't share a lot because it's not always open floor for us to share. We always get shit on for not sharing, but then it don't always be the open floor. Is what I'm saying.
And I'm with you, but like you said, y'all will have this and that, or we don't want to be the victims, or we sometimes deal with stress, whatever.
You don't think with you?
Those aren't good things. Those are some of the elements of things we need to break out of.
It is, but what I'm only
that
saying
manly. I ain't trying to.
I'm only saying that to compare it to women who do that. I feel like a lot of women, when you talk to them about their problems, it's always somebody else's fault. It's always a man's fault. It's always the way society is. You just don't see men doing that, and I think it does hurt us because we take all of our shit on the chin.
And we should not do that.
And we should.
They actually have a better system.
I don't think them naming other people and blaming other things.
But see, no, because not all that. Because think about a situation where a couple lose a baby. Everybody has sympathy for the woman because she literally physically has to go through the physical part of losing a child. The man's mental health in that situation.
Oh, you mean like a miscarriage?
Yeah. And remember, I said that early because those be the specific situations where
those are specific situations where it does where what we saying is like out the box. We talking about just natural mental health.
I also feel like that's where you could go through some of the worst mental health situations as a man, and it be deduced to not as paramount as the woman because she does. It is an incomparable thing, but your stress is still very real and very dangerous.
Like I said, y'all responding to us in the way we handle it is because we're not coddled like how y'all are.
Who should coddle the men?
Nobody should coddle the men. Just women are coddled.
The men should coddle the men is the point.
I don't think men should coddle men.
But you can't say that.
We just don't put our excuses on other people. That's what I'm saying.
No, what you're saying is everybody thinks about the woman that's whatever. You right. And you were like the man, whatever. And I'm like, okay, so who should be the one to think about the man? It should be other men.
Okay, maybe
instead of assuming he a man, he go figure it out like we do.
Like we do. But look, every man dealing with his own shit don't have time to be therapists for their boy because he dealing with his own shit. Hey, maybe if we became stay-at-home husbands, we'll start talking to each other more. But the more we gotta go to war and come back and then deal with our woman, who most of the time we gotta keep their ass straight, it's kind of like you ain't got time to get your man right and coddle him.
So, but then you can't be the same ones upset about the way men's mental health is handled, but you want to go to, you'll put that beat on the back burner because you had to go to war, because you had to whatever. Even when the fellas get together, right? You're right. We'll talk about sports. We'll talk about life, whatever. Very rarely do one of us say, oh, I've been depressed.
Terrell, because
I've been this. It is like a break from reality, and it feels good that we all got together and could chit-chat.
That's how it was.
But women get together, and they will talk about being depressed, feeling like they don't like the way they look, feeling like this about how
but they're not taking accountability.
Real issues.
But that's the thing. Who cares if y'all are all going to talk together but not take any accountability and just talk about how the world is bad on you?
We still need to get to the step of talking.
Sure, but do we? Because this is the thing. We take more accountability for our problems and don't even need to talk about it. Y'all can get in a group, play games, and have a girls' night and do all of that. And don't take no accountability. Y'all just get together for vibes and promises. I'm sorry.
I don't agree with that, especially when it comes to their mental health, because they actually, even though they sometimes don't take accountability, you're right, they get to vent out the stress that we sometimes will bottle as men on some man shit.
That's it. That's true. I'll give it to you that
we get together. It felt good to get together and play 2K. I ain't say nothing about how I was depressed.
I hate that we keep doing that, because low key, y'all, we be depressed for shit that, like, you're not gonna tell your man.
That's how you justify not talking to.
Terrell, no, you're not gonna tell your man that, like, you depressed, because your depression is not something that we feel outwardly. I could be depressed right now, but when I'm with my boy, he make me happy. Like, when I'm with Terrell, I don't feel no type of sadness at certain points because we having such a good vibe. That don't mean I'm sitting here like, I should talk to this nigga about my cat that passed, but I'ma suppress it.
Man, but the thing.
But when women get together,
you leave me,
when I leave you,
gotta go back to your reality.
And look, and people act like that's me going back to the darkness. You was my light. What's crazy is, look, you don't watch Love Island. The girl leave the boy. She can't even sit in the room without, I'm just thinking, and it's like, I told An, I'm like, y'all be getting together and crying over shit, and then look, the other girl,
we need to do that.
Y'all be crying in front of each other, and guess what? Your girlfriend don't even give a fuck about you crying. She's just supporting you.
You need that sometime.
All I'll say is this. If I ain't gonna take no accountability in my despair, why do I need to stand under this cloud? Why? You telling me that these raindrops that I'm feeling, Terrell, are gonna make me feel the weight of this problem when I'd rather run from the clouds and stay dry. I'd rather run than get under clouds and feel all the rain. For what? As a man, that's how we feel.
Okay, look. You can say that, but you're justifying not the system that you have such an issue with, that we want to on one side have an issue with.
I am justifying.
You then justify the system.
I am justifying
but then you want to hop back on the other side.
But I never said that we don't. I never said, man's mental health. We don't talk. I'm not saying that more than,
And this is a good conversation because it's going to be eye-opening for people, because people look at it just like you. And y'all know how Terrance is.
Fuck out of here, Terrell. What you mean? I'm not saying nothing.
Hold on, wait. No, this ain't our first time on a podcast talking about it. You have been a nigga to say you have been.
You keep trying to make it seem like I'm against mental health.
No,
and I'm
not. Never said that, T. And I'm not saying that. I'm saying you traditionally on this podcast have been more of a man.
Okay, so what am I saying in that sense? Because right now I'm talking about women.
No, because now you still saying as a man, you make the women seem like, man, y'all get together and y'all will cry. I don't want to be under the rain.
No, I never.
No, wait, I'm not understanding that.
I said y'all get together and don't take any accountability.
I don't even see how that's a point in the.
We don't get, Terrell, if you talk to your man, let's keep it 100. If you actually get a chance to talk to your homeboy about something, y'all can have a convo where you're like, okay, bruh, I'm going to keep it a stack with you. This shit made me feel like we'll get deep if we go there. We not going to give excuses. And most of the time, your close friend is in the way of the superior man. A good man going to give you real sound advice. What do we know about women? Love Island, if you watch. The girl is literally getting played by the dude. And guess what girls do? They yes, bitch. Oh, it's okay. And guess
But
what?
T, at what point are you just
Coddling-
perpetuating a big stereotype that has a lot of truth to it?
but
But not all women groups do that.
But look, at what point are you perpetuating a stereotype that all men groups operate your way? All I'm saying is the stereotype that y'all like to push, the crook in y'all system is the fact that y'all got a lot of yes women who won't even keep it 100 with you to help you fix your problem. They just gonna make you feel better about how you feel now.
Why are you even talking about how they? We're talking about how men deal with mental health.
Terrell, no, we're not.
You can't
We
help.
are talking about how you said women come at men for mental health, and that's why they started. Don't make it seem like I just started.
You're right. You're right. But that's still focusing on men's mental health. It was no point in talking about how they deal with their mental health because the issue ain't them. The issue is how we deal with our mental health.
You keep saying that, but the only reason why I'm talking about it, y'all, is because when Terrell brought up how
I talked about how women
how
don't understand like we should get with each other and understand. It was never a.
But that's
let's
my
talk
thing.
about how they deal with.
The reason they don't get it, how we are, because y'all system is a system of just coddling each other. Like you said, coddling and making people feel better instead of giving accountability. Terrell, if your man Amanique hit you and say, yeah, I haven't been,
my bro, I haven't seen him.
Look, yeah, I've been slipping. I've been coming to work late, but I feel like they've been tripping. You gonna immediately be like, you're not gonna be like, yeah, they tripping. They know you're hot.
But T, that's not what I'm asking for men, though.
Terrell,
T.
all I'm saying is the reason why we sometimes fold from those convos is because we're already giving ourselves the accountability that we don't even need to go get it from our men.
Man, that's not a good method, though, T.
You still need to go get it. God damn it, Terrell. I'm just talking about why we do certain things and why they do certain things.
I don't do things like that.
Terrell, I'm talking about why some men hold themselves accountable to where they don't need their boy to hold them accountable. And we don't have a system of just needing another nigga to make us feel good. Women, are y'all friends really giving y'all sound advice or making you feel better? Come on, we know how ladies get down. Come on.
I also think this idea that men are taking accountability is not true. Some, yes, but T, it's a lot of niggas that make excuse after excuse after excuse and don't take accountability. You making it seem like, oh, we don't talk because, as men, we take accountability.
I said we don't talk as much.
No, we don't.
But when we do talk, guess what? Your man gonna give you accountability and you know that. With women, you know that they're gonna make you feel better. Come on. Let's keep it 100, Terrell.
I don't all the way agree with that.
Agree
and
with
I feel
that.
like, Terrence, you are
agree.
putting that, that's just like some people, yeah.
Terrell agrees
But
with me.
like, I don't agree, because I don't agree all niggas take accountability because they don't, bro.
All niggas don't take accountability.
Niggas make excuse after excuse after excuse to justify a problem.
But you
to
know
speak about a problem, and they're not taking accountability.
So watch this.
Man sometimes don't give them the accountability every time.
But watch this. You know that if you make them excuses to your homeboy, he ain't gonna let you even buy it, so you won't talk about it. And that is still a problem. But that's a self way of knowing that you should be accountable for the shit you did, and that's why you won't talk about it.
See,
women will legit talk about their problems, know that they should be held accountable, but know this girl is gonna support how I feel and not tell me I was wrong for going out with Brad last night and my man got mad, but this girl that she talked to gonna be like, I mean, you told him, I mean, you tried to be, she gonna do that before saying, girl, you shouldn't have went out with some other dude. I swear, bro.
Okay, I'll give you that. But do you see the power in that communication? Yeah, look, let's say they are yes men and don't give each other accountability.
Okay, yes.
They're not, if I feel fat and my friend says, if I'm a girl, right?
Yeah.
And I say, I just feel like I'm so overweight, like I've been letting myself go, whatever. And your girl say, girl, you need to be confident, whatever. She should be telling you to get in the gym, right?
Yeah.
The fact that you're able to say that is just a different step. Like we can get to the accountability step, right? But I feel like sometimes as men, like you said, you're not even gonna tell your man you feeling a way about anything
because you know what he gonna say.
You feel like you know what he gonna say, right? Which let's
or
just
you
go
know
with
what
your
he
accountability
should say. You know what he should say. If you say you've been late to work, you know he should tell you that you should be on time.
Exactly. Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. But also, you not even saying that is a continuation of the cap being twisted tight as hell in that bottle that you low key to open. That is why we have a higher suicide rate because we like to play the.
I'm not saying we don't. All I'm saying is when it comes to because you're right. I guess the question is, and that's the difference between men and women. Women are more outward and upfront with how they feel, but less accountable to why. men are less outward and out front about how they feel and what they're feeling, but they're more accountable to why, which leads, like you said, Terrell, to probably more suicide. Because guess what? Instead of me coming out and talking about how I feel, I just accept it, swallowing it, and then be that.
I think sometimes, like you saying, you need to speak about it and hear. Sometimes you do need to be told, yo,
not 100. I'm just saying why we think about this. Because we feel like the accountability is going to come.
But think about it, T.
I'm not just going to get support on how I feel.
You're right. But how many 24-year-old niggas, 23-year-old niggas have you gotten to open up and talk to about and how they so stressed about their future, whatever, and they're not even needing to be accountable. They need what we're talking about the girls do, which is you need to be told, hey.
But you do need accountability.
You need to chill. You need to not be so stressed because some of these young niggas
that's the issue.
Are comparing themselves to crazy standards.
Yeah, listen.
And that has them. What about that?
Listen what Terrell's saying. The women don't make no progress. Women don't be making no progress because when you go talk to your homegirl, she just coddled you.
See, but why are you putting all women in that same box of the girl? That's women have.
But you're putting all men in a certain box.
I'm not. I'm saying. Look, I'm talking about how we. I'm talking about how we. You talking about how we shouldn't be bottling stuff, but you making it an accountability versus them
because it is.
Because I don't think it's always that.
Even though we bottle up a lot of stuff, I do think we own a lot of stuff. And should we? Do we own certain things that we maybe shouldn't? Roles, what people say about us that we shouldn't? Yes. But we know what, Terrell? When you talk to a man responds with what? Logic. This is why niggas make so many bad choices in talking to their woman because women are not logical. Women are all emotional.
That is not true. That is a big ass myth,
Terrell.
Terrance, that's not true.
Let me say it.
You're saying like a women,
but I can't say your shit's not true.
Terrance, you're saying things that are just not true.
Terrell,
you're saying men are all logical, women are all emotional.
Terrell,
that's not true.
No, I'm not saying that. When you talk to a man, most of the time a man will give you a logical response. That is a fact.
I don't think that's a fact.
Well, look, this is my opinion.
I think some niggas respond very emotionally.
I'm saying my opinion.
Okay, so say that then. Don't make it seem like you saying it as a fact.
I'm just saying.
You can't say that is a fact and
Terrell,
then say I'm saying my opinion.
I said most times. I don't have to say, I'm not saying facts. And this is true. Most times when you talk to a man, he's going to give you a logical response. He's going to tell you what to do, not how to feel. Right or wrong. That's right, Terrell.
I don't think that's all right. I think we see niggas make emotional decisions day after day after day.
Most men think logically. This is why we argue with our women, because most women think emotionally based on how they feel. Women do not say logically this, not all women. Most women don't think logically this is what we should do. They think on how they feel. That is not a wrong thing to say. This is why I feel like men who talk to their women don't realize that you're trying to have this logical conversation with somebody. When she trying to talk to you about how you feel, then y'all cross wires.
In a relationship, but we're not talking about that. We talking about
talking to women, period.
We talking about men to men, women to women.
No, but I'm talking about just talking about how you feel, period. Like, think about the guy that talks to a girl because of how you feel, then she changed the way she look at you. Or you feel like she look at you, whatever, or start judging you based on how you felt because for the one time that you felt comfortable to open up to somebody who is an emotionally driven person, you realize that she kept all of that stuff with you. With your homeboy, you can speak emotionally driven and stuff like that, but you know that the main thing that they're going to keep is the logic. They're going to tell you, bro, that was fucked up. This is what you need to do. Women will tell you that shit is fucked up and they might give you logical sound advice, but we all, like I said, we all know a woman is thinking more about the emotions and feelings involved in situations. Men think sometimes too logical. That's why we lead in suicide. I think
some of those suicides are emotion driven too. I think it's a myth that men are more logical than women. It goes back to the women can't be president thing because of how niggas would say, and I'm not saying you saying this, of course.
I think
but like niggas would say, oh, a woman's gonna blow up the country. she's gonna be on her period and blow up the country. When we have seen men make emotional decisions, Donald Trump is one of the most emotional niggas ever. If you offend him, he's pissed.
Everybody's gonna be emotional. It's just about your main thought process. Is it emotional logic? A woman's main thought process is an emotion. That's not.
If you take an issue,
that's not a flaw. It's not. It's only a flaw when we talking about this.
No, but look, you have two sisters. If you take a issue to either one of them,
yeah,
they're not gonna give you an especially your sisters. They're not gonna give you emotional responses. They're gonna give you logical responses.
Terrell, we talking about general men versus general women. There are a lot of logical women out there that will give you some logical responses. You know what I mean? But for the most part, a woman who's in her feminine is thinking emotion.
Okay. All right, bet.
Oh, we can't talk about a woman being in her feminine, but a man can't be. But if a man is in his masculine,
no, I never said
that's what I'm saying. A man in his masculine.
Fuck, my bad. That's me.
A man in his masculine should lead a specific way, right? And if he's not, then he can't lead. Why can we not talk about?
Because now we kind of flow. Okay, bet we got to move on because now we floating away from mental health and into this gendery.
Well, it's a good conversation because we all don't really know how to gauge each other's mental health. Look at how the conversation we having, where it's like we all know we need help, we all need therapy, but we all feel like, well, look, y'all would do better if y'all do that. Then look, y'all would do that if y'all.
And that was what I was trying to avoid. It was never supposed to be how y'all handling y'all mental health is y'all do this. Hold up. Let's cut these motherfuckers out and focus on how man to man, we can low-key pick up some of the shit they do.
But like I was saying, that's where me and Terrell going back and forth because I don't think that the shit that they do leads to
I'm not saying
solutions. I think it just leads to them feeling better.
But they're not killing themselves as much as us.
Because they feel better.
Because they talk. Y'all want to be bottled up. Yeah, man. We could get together and play 2K, but
I need to see what them numbers look like because I feel like suicide is a crazy thing.
It is.
But I don't think we killing ourselves 5-1 type shit to them. So just to carry on through the weekend recap, this is a big part of everybody's weekend. The New York Knicks are your 2026 NBA champions. I can't believe it. Terrell hit the horn for them. I can't believe it. If you're a Knicks fan watching this and been listening to the pod forever, like, what a time it is to be a New York Knicks fan. The first finals win in over 50 years, which I think is nuts. Jalen Brunson, finals MVP. He put up 40+ in a closeout game.
Went nuts.
I just think what a win for the city of New York. Seeing all of the fan reaction made me realize why New York is the market that it is.
We got to watch 2 games down that joint. We got to watch the 30-point. Oh, no, we watched the one.
Y'all watched game 4 and then 5.
We watched 3. I think we might have watched 3 games down there. Because the first night we got down there was the night that everybody thought the Knicks was going to lose. I think it was game...
Y'all might have got... Bro, the last podcast, we made predictions, and I said the Spurs was going to win. The very last podcast we did.
Yeah. So you know
what?
The
Spurs was going to win.
The whole series was that chip away.
Yeah.
And, bro, we watched the game where it was game 1. Everybody thought the Knicks was going to be rusty. They got the Spurs. They went out there and won. And then I know they lost one somewhere in between, but...
They went out there and won both games in San Antonio.
And then,
And it was like, yo.
We saw the Spurs win the 1, and then we watched that next game, which was they was down 30 points. The TL was frying New York niggas, right?
Yeah.
And we watched, and we went and put crew to sleep. We was like, you know what? Damn, let me know how I'm gonna go ahead and put him to sleep because it was getting late.
Yeah.
We come back, it was 94-99. We was like, oh shit, they coming
close.
back.
Yeah.
Anyway, long story less long, we got to see that game. And then we got to see the game winner.
Let me say this real quick about that 30-point. That 30-point lead was so bad. Y'all know how the league has been. Like, okay, bet. 30 points, the game is over. I literally told A-Train, I said, y'all know me. I had to come clean to begin of the pod. I said, fuck it, this a blowout. You might as well put on the Love Island joint. I was so embarrassed even saying that as a man out my mouth. But I said,
y'all horrible, man.
I said, you know what?
Y'all
Instead of us finishing this blowout, we both sitting here watching a 30-point. Throw on the Love Allen joint. Was like, get a kick out of the fact that I'm watching now. And a lot of women are getting a kick out of the fact that y'all have poisoned your boyfriend or husband or fiance into watching this show that unfortunately it comes on every night, Terrell. You know how you watch Love is Blind? And we could just tap in because fuck it. She put every episode on.
But those come every week.
This joint, it's hard to get away from if your lady is watching it. A-Train get a kick out of the fact that I'm watching it. And she goes, it doesn't even come on tonight. I said, damn, I guess we gotta watch this bullshit. I literally said that. Damn, I guess we gotta watch this bullshit. We watch, son, when they was at that 15-point mark, I don't know if y'all remember, it's like they would get the lead down to 15. Then it would go above 17, 18, back to 20. Then it would come down to 15. If you watch sports, or if you bet for 3 years like a madman like me, you knew that number was coming down. If you do stocks, if you trade, you knew. As long as we keep testing this position, we're going to break through. As long as we continue to go down to the 15. I said, boo, next thing you know, it's going to be 9. They're going to be down 9. And a 9-point lead, I told Samarian this on the way to the joint that we went to. Oh, and I didn't get to say the best part of my weekend recap. I'll say it. But a 9-point lead is like a 1-point lead in the NBA now. If you down 9, you can win the game. In 2026, no lead is safe, bro. Talent makes no lead safe.
That's true. And look, what was crazy about that is when they won that game, I was like, the OG Anunoby, the tip in. I was like, oh, the basketball gods wanted for this. They wanted for this city. Yeah. It is destiny for them to win the finals now.
It is.
And honestly, the Spurs was making hella mistakes. They was doing hella rookie shit, unclutch. Like, even watching Wemby miss them free throws was like, man, you low-key you have to make them free throws.
I think Wemby,
they had opportunities too.
Nobody's gonna say this, and I have to say this, Terrell. Wemby went outside. Wemby, you went outside. And yes, it has happened before, but nah. What you did, low-key, was kind of whack. I like Wemby. Y'all know that. But I'm not afraid to speak truth. What he did was whack. Because what did you do? You popped your shit and you were confident the whole time, as you should have been. You even bawled crying when you won the Western Conference Finals because you thought you was about to go and get a championship. I don't care what nobody say. Only KG had the heart to call you out. I don't think a lot of people did because you got to wait and see if he wins it or not. Now that we see what happened, majority of the series, Wemby was shut down or frozen or didn't show up when he needed to. One. Then this is what I don't like. They asked you about this 3-1 deficit that y'all are facing. Only the king has defeated that record. That's why Bron is the GOAT, because he got certain records that it's like, damn, nobody could, even your head, you couldn't have done that.
Yeah.
They asked him about the 3-1 deficit. What does Wemby say, Terrell? Everybody knows we're going to beat it. Everybody knows we're going to overcome it. He said that. Everybody knows we're going to do it. We just got to figure it out. The Spurs said and this is for the Spurs too, not just Wemby. The Spurs said after every game, we're beating ourselves.
Nah, yeah, they would say, I saw some of the people
saying every game we should have won. We just beat ourselves. Never gave the Knicks credit at all. They beat you.
This is not supposed to be a long-ass basketball time.
I know. I'm going to
finish it. Be reflected on it. The
and
game
I think
been
you're going
over.
to agree with me. They beat you in the finals. Y'all walk off the court and can't shake their hands?
Oh, I didn't know they didn't do that.
Wemby and them walked off the court, didn't even shake their hands. Did you see the video of Jeremy Shohan? The person who used to be on their team but got traded to the Knicks?
Oh, I did see that.
He got a ring. There's a video of him literally going under the lines trying to get to his ex-teammates after the game. And they got so far, he was like, damn. It looks bad. It looks so bad. And I think it's so lame, Wemby, for you to get up there and pop all of this shit like, oh, they know we're going to do it. Oh, we're going to figure it out. Oh, this. Then you get up there and get your ass spanked. You freeze up. You do some bum-ass shit by missing 2 free throws. This is lame shit. This is Kobe 8 air ball level shit. Like, we can't not call you lame, not how we like you or not. Missed free throws. You froze up. You was doing a lot of flopping. The fouls. You actually impacted how you was looked at. And I feel like walking off the court after it made me think, damn, I used to think that you had this basketball respect. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Respect for the game. Draymond Green said it best. If you can't look your killer in the face, you might not ever be a killer. Champions look other champions in the face and say, congrats, because I will eventually be a champion. The nigga who will never be a champion is the nigga that walks off the court and can't look a champion in his face. Do the history.
Yeah. But, I mean, he's young. You know? He's young.
He's young. That's why he gonna get the smoke from a nigga like me. I'm an old head and I'm gonna give you that barbershop smoke. I ain't like it. I didn't like it.
He's supposed to be focused on the Knicks.
Oh, look. The Knicks fans agree with that.
I agree, too.
Okay, well, look.
But we were supposed to be talking about these motherfuckers.
Well, I'll say this.
Because we didn't even get to the finals game for real. Because that was the true moment.
Oh, okay. But, I don't think we need to say much about the actual game.
The game itself.
More so than Brunson stole MVP. And I felt like he made it a mission to get it from him.
Yeah. Big shout out to my brother-in-law, man. Called us literally Ball and Crown. One of the biggest Knicks fans I know.
Man.
And that was when I realized how special it really was. And of course, I knew it was special because of all of the lead up to it. Yeah. The mayor, the celebs, a lot of celebs bandwagon. Mm-hmm. But, I mean, hey, that's going to happen. But I give New York niggas a lot of shit. Yeah. I do. For their New York bias, for their inability sometimes to keep it a stack, or think the world revolves around how they grew up, or think just everybody did what they did. But in this small moment, I said, man, I'm actually really happy for these motherfuckers. I'm really happy for the city or for the entire state of New York for this win. It's just such a dope. I want it for DC in some type of way. You know, I want it for the area.
I was going to say, I definitely feel a way seeing them win after 50 years. As a Washingtonian, it's like we saw Philly win their first Super Bowl 10 years ago. But, like, I remember what they looked like. I remember it being like, hold on, wait a minute. Y'all thought I was finished? Like a anthem with it. Yeah. Seeing New York do the little, I got 100 clips. I saw that everywhere. And I said, y'all. Man, this was such a dope win.
And I was
what an area.
Did you see somebody said, and I agree with this, I'm not trying to change the subject, but somebody said New York rappers got to step it up. There's no reason they in the locker room playing Drizzy. Think about it.
Oh, yeah.
Even when the Eagles won, they had the I Just Want to Rock. That was the Uzi joint. Was, all right, Philly.
Yeah.
It ain't no reason.
That's very true.
That they didn't have a new New York joint to shoulder the, you know what I'm saying?
Nah, yeah.
They love that burning bridges though.
They do. Oh, because I mean, come on. I'll put you niggas through the ringer. And that's what the last thing I'll say about the finals. I didn't like what Rick Brunson came out. Rick Brunson is Jalen Brunson's father. I didn't like him coming out and saying, I still feel like Patrick Ewing is the best Knick that I ever seen play. He said that right in front of Jalen Brunson. Everybody was like, this is ridiculous. I'm sorry. People was like, oh, he's just trying to light a fire under Jalen Brunson for next year.
No,
you mean to tell me in the face of the finals where Jalen Brunson, I'm sorry, watch this, y'all. 40 points in a closeout game. I'm the finals MVP. I just did something for the Knicks that they haven't done in 50 years. You think it's been 50 years since Patrick Ewing played? No, it hasn't been. Patrick Ewing didn't bring shit to the city. What the fuck are you talking about? The best Knick you ever seen play was Ewing. Why? Why not your son that just brought a championship? Bro, all I was going to say is this, y'all. Parents be haters. Not everybody's parents. Not my parents.
I wouldn't call his father a hater.
So that's some hater ass shit. That's hater as fuck. And his father's an ex-NBA player. I'm sorry. You kind of spilled a little bit. That's hater. What is that? That's hater.
I don't like it. I would never say it.
Jalen bump heads all season 2, and it's always been a tough love father thing. But at a certain point, it's like, there's certain things that me as a parent now, dog, if Sonny run track and beat Sha'Carri Richardson record, I'm not going to be like, in my heart, the best that I ever seen was Sha'Carri. My daughter just won gold. What the fuck are we talking about? Fuck Patrick Ewing. You old ass Knick fans, I'm sorry. He didn't do it. That's like me saying, look, Terrell, that's like my son.
Are you sure?
He didn't win shit. That's like my son saying, he's one of those ones. That's like my son, Terrell, going and literally bringing a championship to the Wizards, and I say, the best wizard that I ever seen play was John Wall. He was a great wizard. But damn it,
Yeah.
your son?
Or how y'all felt about Beal. Y'all love Beal, Lord. Look, I'm gonna let it fall in there. They love
And now
Beal.
Beal is
and
a
got
hated
what,
player in the league, but we still love Beal in DC. But let's move forward.
Big shout out to the Knicks, man.
Big shout out to the Knicks in New
A
York.
dope win.
At 100 got the 100 clips.
That joint is that joint is honestly, when I hear that joint, I said, man, I do my post for my Broncos and stuff. Man,
Detroit, I was gonna tell you, I don't think an area like Cali, Chicago, Detroit, I don't think anybody has a song that can compete with that. Like, what song do you use and look, even Philly, the Meek Mill joint, it didn't hit like that. That Ja Rule track is legendary forever.
And niggas need to give.
The beat is crazy.
I think Jadakiss revived the
100%
aura of that record
100%.
with the verses because that was such a legendary moment for New York that it just carried through to years later y'all win the finals. I can't lie, that's actually some dope ass.
I love it.
Some dope ass.
I'm so envious. Like, I'm like, yo, J5,
Even as a Broncos,
figure it out.
Terrance, even as a Broncos fan, when we won the Super Bowl, I'm over here, hey, but look, they way over there. It's nothing like when your hometown team win with a hometown flavor. Y'all got hometown everything.
And then look, there's so many
like
stars that we know that are legit from New York that I couldn't even get mad. Like, I seen Dave East and all of these niggas with their Nick gear, and I said, I've never seen you niggas with Nick, and I don't follow them like that, but I'm like, I don't normally see y'all nicked up, but now that y'all city on top, Nick gear everywhere.
And as a film fan, you gotta say, I watched Spike Lee's Crooklyn, where he had them kids watching. Mama, I'm watching the Knicks.
I'm watching Walt Frazier. I'm watching Walt Frazier.
To see Spike paraded around the city was like, man, y'all know how big of a Knicks fan he is because of how long he been on the sideline. But if you watch his movies, he has dedicated film real estate to the Knicks. Like, the dude in the film could have been a fan of anybody, but he's a fan of the Knicks because that is how long Spike been down, man. It was a truly special, and you know how Spike, if you watch the Eddie Murphy joint, I was telling Terrance, Spike Lee in the Eddie Murphy, I forget, they did a tribute for Eddie Murphy. Shout out to Eddie. But Spike was up there like, Knicks won. And I didn't know this was tickets. I said, damn, this motherfucker's at Eddie joint talking about the Knicks.
And if you think
but
about
them
it,
to win it,
I think Spike Lee witnessed the Knicks championship when he was a kid. If I'm not wrong, the Knicks...
No, yeah. I believe so.
And, like, it's been about getting back to that. Like, it's been 53 years. So their last one was in 72, 73. I know Spike was alive in 70.
He was small, yeah.
So, like, it was about getting back to that. And that's kind of how I feel, where I'm like, I'm a fan like Spike. I love to see the fans. Like Ben Stiller, people don't realize Ben Stiller is a Spike Lee level Knick fan. He been at the games. Yeah. People was like, why did Ben Stiller take a picture with the trophy? What do you mean? That he should. That's like saying, why did Spike take a picture with the trophy? I would have loved to see Spike Lee with that trophy.
Yeah, but you know, Spike and them they was talking about how Spike don't do they was talking about how some people's seats come with, like, you gotta do something. You know what I'm saying? Like, they were saying, like, a lot of the seats that the celebrities have come with, like, some commercial agreement.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And Spike ain't with that. They said Spike don't even come in the same entrance.
First off, too, y'all seats are, like you just said, temporary. These seats that I got, I'm gonna have for years.
Yeah. But I was happy for Timothy Chalamet, too. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, Timmy C.
Niggas don't like Timmy C, but I was happy for them.
Think about it, in 25 years, if the Knicks never do it again, or even if they do, you're going to be like, I remember when Timmy C was young at the Knicks game. We're going to be old. But all right, bet. Shout out New York. Shout out New York. I'm from New York. New York. Future just announced brand new album, The Real Me, coming soon. Not too much to say about this, but besides the fact that we knew Hendrix was OT Dubs. Shout out to everybody who follows us on YouTube. We probably gonna have our intro video drop. Because we know Pluto's OT Dub.
Yeah, might as well get that out.
That was always the plan.
I've seen it already.
Shout out to the Patreon members. I saw it. But outside of just him dropping an album, we've had little things that have been popping around in different areas, little marketing things that we end up finding out was Pluto. It was like TRM.
Yeah.
And then we found out it's the real me.
The real me.
I guess my question to you is, what are you expecting from the project? Or who do you expect on the project?
I would say Future is somebody that went number 1 3 times in 2024. And the year that will be known as the year of the beef, right?
Yeah.
Future went number 1 3 times that year. I feel like his stock is through the roof. He will 100% go number 1. I think now that Drizzy has spent a month at number 1, which is insane.
Which is nuts.
Right? Now that Drake has spent his month at number 1, and I think Olivia Rodrigo will go. Now that Drake is down to doing like 100,000 units, whatever, Future can now confidently drop. And now that we seen them piece it up with the Ran to Atlanta joint,
yeah,
I feel like you might be able to expect Drizzy on the project. I feel like I'm not necessarily looking for anybody though, you know? I'm looking for Future to do what Future always does. I told Terrance, you're not gonna get me with the real me anything until I hear it. Niggas love to call their project the real me or self-titled, and it'd be the same shit you've been talking about forever. It'd still be fire, right?
Yeah.
But I'm not necessarily looking for anything but a good Future project. I'm excited for Future to be dropping. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to bring any other artists into his topic, whatever. But now that Drake is out of the way, Cole is out of the way.
Yeah.
Now everybody else can drop. I'm interested to see who else.
And I don't think y'all realize, like, before we got I Never Liked You with Pluto, right? And that was crazy. That was a number 1. That was a great album. The next album that we were to get would be We Don't Trust You, which is like, we knew it was Pluto's album, but like you said, it was taken over with the whole beef. I think this is going to be Pluto's first, because even with the next 2 albums, 3 separate albums dissing, right? Whereas kind of like even that third album was like
well, I wouldn't say that. What was the third one? The Pluto ski joint.
Third one was Teflon Don.
Yeah, that one was chill.
That one was chill. But
I mean, no, I wouldn't say it was chill. So far as the dissing,
not the dissing more so than like you said, it was like we went up with the number 1, we got the number 2. Fuck it, I'm going again. Yeah. I don't think Pluto fans went into that project like we gonna go into this one where this does feel like, all right, bet. This is like how we got I Never Liked You or the other projects where I'm interested to see what he gonna say on here. The joint being called The Real Me scares me a little bit. First off, all the snippets that we heard, you know it's going to be heat on it. But these days, and I guess with Pluto, it doesn't really, it never has mattered, but I wonder what the album, like you said, what is it? Like, we know you can produce fire, but I wonder if this is going to...
And does it have to? My question to you as a fan...
theme around the real me.
My fan to you on the heels of that is, doesn't even have to. Pluto can do what he been doing. I do worry about if Metro's not there.
That's what I'm saying. When I say about who on the album, it's not Drizzy. It's really like...
I mean, as long as you got Weezy, Southside, 808 Mafia, he gonna be all right.
I'm about to say, yeah, he'll be straight.
Love the Metro, though. But I don't think he needs to come with a concept, whatever. This is a new era Pluto. The snippets that we have been hearing have been all right.
And that's why I think when he say the real me, I think it's just going to be him. I think it's going to be Pluto doing what Pluto always does, which is bullshitting. He going to be talking about the real Pluto. He not talking about Navadius. You know? That's like Batman saying the real me with the mask on.
Oh, okay, so this ain't gonna
be... the real you is Bruce Wayne, but you talking about the real Batman.
Hey, but look, you never know. He could do that. And I guess we'll see.
Yeah, and that would scare me if he did.
But let me ask you this too, because for the back half of hip hop, this is some of the stuff that I do want to see, right?
Yeah.
For the back half of the year, you got Thug just came out and told, I forget the name of the guy he did an interview with, but he said the project that he got coming. First of all, Thug said I don't know what Thug about to do. Thug said he was doing a R&B album at one point. But then he recently did the joint where he said, the joint I'm doing now is like that 2015, 2016 shit that people love. It's all that.
Don't do that.
That would be great.
Don't
I would
do
love
that to us, Thug.
Because it's the new slime season, I think he said he got coming. And he said it's going to be all 2015 shit. I would love that.
All right. You're going to get somebody, nigga like me.
Gunna. I know you have it. At least 13, 14 records. Just go ahead and put it out. Come on. Travis Scott. It has been 3 years. It's time.
Oh, since Astro World.
Since Utopia.
Oh, since Utopia. Sorry.
The Astro World was years ago.
Astro World was 10 years ago by now.
That was 19. That was 7, 8 years.
The actual was 18.
18.
Because the actual word was victory lap.
Right,
and,
exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm looking for Travis Scott in the back half of this year. Kendrick Lamar, I'm just such a kid. I'm a traditional Kendrick fan.
Yeah.
Kendrick has conditioned all of us to know to not look for you in the same 2-year span that you drop. So I'm not necessarily expecting Kendrick to drop an album.
I'm not expecting anything from Kendrick.
I would love for that to happen, though. You know,
He's not dropping.
if you said you got to do this, whatever, fuck it. And you know, everybody in the West be teasing. We better piss niggas off. Come on.
He's not gonna drop anything.
I think he might. I think. Oh, well, you know, let's get to the. Speaking of Kendrick, we might as well go to his baby because
Oh yeah, Baby Keem.
he kind of spoke on the game a little bit. But that's just. Well, what are you expecting for the back end? Are we probably on the same page?
We're on the same page. Definitely looking to see some of those. Even like you said, a Baby Keem, the smaller acts in hip hop. I'm looking for a lot of people to kind of maybe pop
Again,
more. Yeah, because hey, especially if you're gonna talk the way that he's talking. But
yeah. So let's talk about Keem, man. Keem did an interview with, I believe her name is Elsie. I forget her name, and I hope I'm not saying it the wrong way because she says it's Elsie, not Elise or something like that. Shout out to her. She's been doing some dope journalism. She is somebody that's been down on Twitter for a minute and then just like popped on her own. Whatever,
okay.
Right?
Yeah,
the girl
yeah.
did an interview with Keem. Keem got in an interview and basically, without going through the whole interview, the clip that kind of went crazy was where he said, "I feel like I'm
better than some
of the members of the current Big Three," referring to his cousin Cole and Drake. And some people applauded him for his confidence. Some people felt like he was a little overzealous, or some people felt like he was a little over.
I think you are.
He needed to take a back seat.
You're out of your fucking mind. I'll say that. I'm sick of it. And this is what I don't like, y'all. You can be as confident as you want. It ain't no reason you so confident that you getting up there and saying, I feel like I'm better than Michael Jordan. All right, well, guess what? We're not taking anything you're saying else serious now. You're not actually serious. You're just confident. And this is my thing. We are forced to listen to people's confidence now, but you're not even dead ass. You know? So why do we have to entertain a bullshit statement like that? And I told Terrell, the reason why it's bullshit is because it's almost disrespectful to the Big Three when people start saying, especially the younger generation, like a Baby Keem, oh, I think I'm better than some of the members of the Big Three now. No, you're not. You're actually nowhere near close. You haven't done anything that puts you close. You got a Grammy nod, but like, fuck a Grammy.
I believe he won the Grammy for the joint with Kendrick.
He got a Grammy nod and a Grammy win. But look, that doesn't put you anywhere near the Big Three. We're not giving a fuck about Grammys when it comes to that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And this is my thing with it, when it comes to the fact that he said, I should be allowed to be confident to measure myself up to the best. Do that. You can measure yourself up to the best. Saying that you feel like you're better than the best is not confidence. That's like delusion. You know what I mean? And what we're not going to do is let you get up here and say you better than Drake, Kendrick, or Cole, or even on their level with what you've done. And right now, you cooling it like you Drake, Cole, or Kendrick. Are you hungry as fuck? Are we seeing you out here going crazy? You took 5 years off like Kendrick when you're not Kendrick. You came back and your album was decent, but it didn't stick around. So for you to compare yourself to whales when you just like a little small Nemo fish, chill, bro.
And you was the Nemo fish that rolled
And
the whale.
That's my
Which
thing.
is your cousin. This is my only thing. I heard the reference tracks. And nobody likes to talk about it, but like your cousin has reference tracks for some of your best work. I don't all the way know what you do on your own yet. I feel like it's early for you to say that, and I feel like you need more projects to come out
It was
and
blasphemy.
BWs before you could just start shooting at niggas. I'll say it. Don Toliver got you white right now.
Don Toliver got you white.
Don Toliver got the field white right now. Like, his album came out, and it's still sticking. You see all them tracks on the joint went. So it's like, I get the confidence.
It's a lot of people
And
when
then he
we
was
talking
like-
numbers that can compete with you.
But
I
this is
was
my
telling
thing,
Terrell, he's a younger artist though. So like,
Yeah, but like you're already saying, like in an interview, he was like, I feel like I got a special ear for music, like Kanye and Kendrick. When they sit in a room, it's just they can hear and whatever. You very confident. You're very confident, and I get it. But
what artists don't think that though? What artists don't think they have an ear for music?
I mean,
like, so I'm not mad at that, but it's
that's
also,
my thing.
like, you know,
I like his confidence. I like him thinking this way because it will lead to good music. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I feel like people that care as much to say that end up making dope projects all across their career. I don't have an issue with necessarily his confidence. I just feel like you kind of talking a little crazy too fast.
You're talking ridiculous. That's like Kane Parsons right now saying, I feel like I'm better than Spielberg. Are you fucking joking? Your movie is good. Even the shit you did before was good. Yeah, but you're joking, right?
Yeah, you can't jump out there too early. You jumping out there too early.
You're not even better than the people that wasn't even in the big three. The Wale's, the Big Sean's,
yeah. You got a lot of room to go before, and just in terms of rapping.
This is why I say I got to get on my unk level and just say I didn't like that.
I didn't fuck with it. I don't fuck with it.
And they gonna say y'all only saying that because y'all the big three is y'all guys. Yes,
yeah. And your cousin is the reason. Your cousin that you low key disrespecting is the reason we even got you in the first place. You don't even have your own organic. You didn't even have your own.
What we know about you without the big three.
You didn't even have your own organic pop. Your pop was he's Kendrick's cousin. Oh, bet. And we found out Kendrick wrote 12 records for your first album.
Look, so it's respect.
Come on, man.
Chill with that, bro. You ain't gotta
before
do that.
you pop.
Just chill, cause you got your shit going. And
I'm tired of niggas disrespecting J. Cole pen.
That's what I'm saying.
Hold on, wait, T.
Kendrick. This is ridiculous.
But I feel like J. Cole has been getting and I get it.
You think that Baby Keem shot was directed at Cole?
I don't think he thinks he's better than his cousin.
Kendrick, yeah.
It has nothing to do with his cousin. He think he's better than either Cole or Drake.
Not yet.
And I feel like it's a lot of people that'll be like, yeah, fuck out of here. Like the fall off, I'll be honest. It didn't stick around like even like an Iceman, where it's
even like J. Cole
4
older
weeks,
albums.
number one, even like some of his older work. But you can't deny what he does and just say, well, like, what makes you think you better? There's people that say, oh, you mean J. Cole, his album came and went. And it's like, come on, y'all, I get it, because that is kind of true.
Sticking around on the charts,
but like,
or the actual rapping ability.
I just feel like his ability be, even like compared to like Drizzy. Drizzy went absolutely nuts on his project, Iceman. Mm-hmm. The entendres, the whatever, right? I still think the fall off is the 1A, 1B best rap performance of the year. It's too much. Yeah. And that's going to be a very nuanced take, and people will say, oh, whatever. But
I still agree with that.
It's J. Cole, man. We're not about to act like that nigga didn't go absolutely nuts.
Nah, yeah.
Drake got some entendres where, he was talking about, you seen the Arab dude on Twitter? If you seen Drake, he says this and that. I've seen that nigga break down 1,000 different bars, right?
Yeah.
But like, that ain't just it. Just because you said one thing and it mean this and that. The way you rap, flow, cadence, storytelling, is more that goes into it.
It is.
That I feel like niggas just writing J. Cole off, that's all I'm gonna say. We would get killed by the Keem fans for this, but hey, somebody gotta keep it a stat.
Somebody. If Keem said he felt like he was the best talented young artist out right now, you wouldn't hear us saying shit.
Hey, cool. You gotta be confident like that.
That's like the dude.
Get past Dom first.
That's what I'm saying. Come on, bro.
Cardi is the king of y'all generation right now. And he don't even rap.
Like, imagine Malik Neighbor say, I think I'm better than Jamar and Jay Jettas. Get a season first, though.
Now, but football different because some niggas will say, look,
he had a good first season with the Giants. Okay, good one season, bruh. Good one season before you could talk about a nigga who's a franchise player. You're not even a franchise player yet. Okay, so we do got to set the podcast out a little bit. We had some interesting developments not even a development, but just some news that came out. I know a lot of you have been following the case of the Karmelo Anthony kid. He was confronted by the two Metcalf twins, big white boys, told him leave. There was a back and forth. He ended up stabbing one of them. Mm-hmm. One of them passed away. He was on trial for this case for a long time. And over this past week that we've been gone, He was recently sentenced to 35 years in jail for that murder. That has caused plenty of backlash from a lot of people feeling like he was wrongfully convicted. A lot of people don't like the way that the case looked just from jump. And when you think about it, I feel like we talked about this case when it first happened, Terrell, believe it or not. We talked about the fact, I swear I feel like we did, y'all, if we done a podcast. If not, this was a convo me and Terrell had. But remember, we talked about how the situation was weird because you got these two popular, bigger guys than you. You're intimidated.
They pushed you.
You
defended yourself.
Fight or flight kicks in, you defended yourself. I do feel like we have seen white people be in situations like this, and I just say white people just because we've seen other people be in situations just like this where, yes, they killed somebody, but then there's this back end part of self-defense. We even seen with Trayvon Martin, that's one of the most famous cases of a self-defense
Stand your ground, Florida.
getting you off of murder. Because even though you went up to Trayvon Martin and told him, why are you in my neighborhood?
After the police told you not to. After all of these different factors that you could say, in this case, but this.
Did you get 5 years? Did he get 10 years? Did he get parole? No, you got not guilty free. Karmelo Anthony getting 35 years is the equivalent to you killed a nigga in cold blood.
Nah, yeah. And that's the thing. There's a lot of
people that do hits in street whatever and get less than 35.
Yeah. And I kind of feel like he was made an example.
100%.
And even going back to like the what's the name? The Kyle Rittenhouse situation where you go out of your way to go across state lines. All of these things that could be considered, well, he did this, well, he did this, well, he did that. And then you get to go free. So this is my thing. It's not that a lot of people were misinterpreting. I think a lot of people misinterpret black people's issue with this whole thing. It's not that we think, so what, he killed him, he should go free. We have year over year, me and Terrance went to school with 2012 Trayvon Martin. 30 days after Trayvon Martin, we land in Florida. Like, it was a crazy time to just be there, right?
Man.
Here we are, 14 years later, right? And
we've been killed so much over these 14 years.
Yes, we've had case after case after case where we learn, all right, bet. They said he got off because of this.
He was fearing himself. He defended himself.
He got off. So you know what? We'll take the L, which is a loss of life. We'll take the L and just know that, all right, bet. The way the law works, I guess, whatever. So I think in this case, people were kind of looking for some consistency in what we have seen when it comes to that. It's like, hold on, wait. They provoked, bruh. And even though he stabbed him and it ended up him being dead, he was defending himself. Like, and so the fact that he not only is convicted, which pissed people off, but then convicted for 35 years, there's so many different cases of people that have stabbed people in cold blood in the same state. Young boy that stabbed a dude in the bathroom, said he wanted to kill him, he got 10 years, which was lifted from 5 years. There was another kid that got, I think, 10 years, and he did the same thing. And it's like, the 35 definitely is to send a message. It definitely sent a message. And
when you think about the message that it sends, it's like, yeah, we watch us get killed so often, and when we see these sentences coming out and we don't like them, we're told, well, there's layers, and that you got to take this into consideration, and it's not just murder. It's about what you can be convicted for. So seeing how they were able to map this out, it was kind of disheartening, only because you think about the situation of him being bullied and reacting. A lot of people tried to make this kid out to just be some thug who they ran up on the wrong one. No. They actually did run up on the wrong one, but this dude wasn't somebody that is a killer. And I feel like they acting like they got a killer off the streets. I ain't like what his father said about, like, watermelon something. He said some racist shit.
His father said some racist shit.
I
think that gives more credence to his sons being the way they were.
That's where they get it from. That's why he act the way he act. And that's exactly why he ended up in the position that he ended up. Because look how you talking. If I come to your crib right now because you said that and fuck shit up, you going to play victim again, right? That's what y'all do. Y'all offend. Then when people say, "What the fuck did you say?" Then you're immediate victim.
And this is my thing too. I think it's just an indicator that the world haven't changed as much as motherfuckers like to act like it did.
Right.
I've been watching a lot of history stuff and, just doing the history and just going back through history and just looking at like even the civil rights era, certain eras where I'm like, this was 50 years ago. This was 40 years ago. This was 70 years ago. Like my grandmother is still alive. And when she was 12, it was like this. And it's like, remember Breonna Taylor? They made, her boyfriend is it's like,
yeah.
It's always something to explain us being, you know what I'm saying? It's always something to justify our death at the hands of white folks. Oh, but don't you ever let your black ass kill a white or we're going to make you an example.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, and in the same weekend, and we already changed battery T. In the same weekend, the Asian dude gets off for killing a 14-year-old black kid. Yeah. That was just
crazy.
That was just nuts. Like, okay. It was loaded, bro. That was a loaded weekend, bro.
It was a loaded weekend of hurt.
That made me really think. I'm trying to maybe not put this in the pod, but it made me really think like, Terrance, you are the reason we stopped going to Jerry Yums.
Yeah.
You was like, yo.
I was like, yo.
They don't give a fuck about us.
They don't give a fuck about you. Yeah, it was a burger joint. I've said this. It was a burger joint that opened right next to my gym. I used to go in that joint all the time, right? Until one day I ordered, and the dude was like, I said, I want to get a spicy chicken sandwich or something. He said, spicy or something like that gave me a vibe that like, you're not even from this joint. You're not even from here. And I ain't gonna say the name of the place, but I want y'all to imagine the place is called Fred's Barbecue. Why when I call Fred's Barbecue, Fred could be a black name. Fred Barbecue?
And this joint, yeah.
And we in a black area? And when I go in there, y'all got pictures of black art, black artists. It's real black in here. It's a money sign on the. It look real black in here, but the people are not from here. We talked about this. Me and Terrell, I got Terrell off of Hip Hop Fish and Chicken. Look, Hip Hop Fish and Chicken, me and Terrell used to go to every day. But when you go in there, nobody in there listen to hip hop. When I was leaving, Terrell, remember when I was leaving, I told the dude, was like, all right, have a good one. And I said, I'm getting a chicken sandwich and fries and a burger and fries from this joint or this get up. And then we ain't even black owned in this joint.
And y'all don't be eating the food that y'all serve us. Yo, the Hip Hop Fish and Chicken, they want to serve you mac yams. The mac by the yams. Oh, I see what's happening. And fried chicken, I see it.
Do y'all know what they're doing? They're looking up recipes and they say these niggas like if you make it this way.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you want mac? Think about it. You can't even make the mac touching the yams joke with them. Hey, it don't matter if my mac touched the yams. It's
they don't know what the fuck you talking about.
They don't know what the fuck you're talking about, but they're serving you the food that they don't even know the origin of it. That's like me serving you ramen and saying, "Oh, you don't gotta put little little onions. Or if you want to give me beef, you can just give me." And then I'm like, whatever. I just looked at the recipe and threw it all together. Y'all like ramen? Bet. I always wanted to make a movie about a black family that lived in the middle of China. And they sell egg rolls and ramen and all of that stuff. And it's like the flip of how, look, we living in the middle of the Chinese projects though. Mm-hmm. I don't mean whatever. I mean, we living amongst the gang wars. It's an Asian film, but the food people are black.
And shout out to Deontay Kyle. I was watching Deontay Kyle talk about how y'all won't take y'all business out of the hood because they won't let you put up shop in the white neighborhoods. You come in the black neighborhoods. I'm going back to the Chinese food spot.
Yeah.
Y'all put up bulletproof glass. Y'all so scared of motherfuckers that you even turn the joint and put it down there and then turn it back. You remember how Jerry Yums used to do?
Yes.
You got to put your money in the joint.
Put your money
in.
Spin it. I'ma spin it.
They don't even want you to even, like, y'all do that because you can make money in our hood, but y'all don't eat the same food. Y'all not eating the food that y'all serve us. Y'all don't even consume it. You just selling it to us. And we be eating that shit. And cases like what happened with the 14-year-old boy who was hurry up and buy the first second he went in the store and then murdered, and then these motherfuckers let him go. Man, it's an indicator, right? I'm not trying, and look, people will look at you for saying, bet, I'm only buying black, I'm only doing this, I'm only doing that. They'll look at you like you being a racist or you're being fucked up. But y'all don't have to stomach these cases. You just get to watch and have sympathy, but not really be a part of that reality. You know what I'm saying?
Right. But you can align yourself to minority
and make me look like I'm being and that's what I was saying, bro. They make you look like you racist for saying, you know what, I'm not going to them Asian joints no more. I'm not going to this joint no more.
And more racist shit that happened this weekend. The UFC event where bruh said something about Michelle Obama.
Oh, yeah. Why?
I feel like the Obamas have made such an imprint on this country in two ways where I feel like, and I'll just say this for our black women listeners. The black woman is always the easiest target for them to try to pick on. They love the fact that Michelle Obama was in the office because guess what? They could talk about a black woman. And I hate to do the black woman thing, but what I'm saying is, why? That dude who was on TikTok said the truest thing was like, that's like a athlete. He said, that's like if Jalen Brunson won the finals and goes, Nancy Reagan is a whore.
Yeah.
What the fuck? They was like, Michelle Obama haven't been in office for 10 years. We've had Jill Biden. We've had Melania. And they still are trying to harp on Michelle Obama. Do you know why? Michelle Obama is a representation of all black women. If I can disrespect Michelle Obama, I can disrespect all black women. You can't tell me that's not how they think. Michelle Obama haven't done shit to receive this, but guess what? Politically, the biggest black woman in politics
technically
is Michelle Obama outside of Kamala. But look, you could take the easy shot at Kamala because Kamala doesn't represent the average black woman. Kamala represents an immigrant / black and also a former vice president. She deserves some smoke. Michelle is just a first lady, the wife of a president.
Right. And it's the president, though, T.
It's the president, though.
But I also be feeling like the Trump era.
But why Barack not the smoke?
For how good Barack was. They hate that Barack was not a horrible nigga. This the thing. Barack has his war crimes. He ain't do shit for black. Y'all know how I feel about Barack. But on the surface, they couldn't scandal him out.
Nah, he was a great president, low-key.
He's not, you couldn't find him with nothing but a little bit of weed maybe back in college. But there was never no smut on his rap. And I feel like people hate that he was actually the president that he was, and we are literally still paying for that via all of what we've been through since.
Right.
Because Joe Biden was an extension still of Barack. You was elected because, nigga, you was Barack.
You was Barack?
You was with Barack.
You definitely got elected on the back of Barack. 100%.
So, I do feel like a lot of the shit that we go through with the Trump era is a result of how a lot of racists and how a lot of people felt. And like I said, to start this whole thing, it's an indicator that we be acting like the world is so forward and that we're so in a place of wherever, right? And we do have some unity, right? But like, the world is still, the United States is still very fucked up and very divided. And I'm done with the charade of acting like we all just buddy. The motherfucker next to me on the plane was watching Matt Walsh. Like, he was terrified of me. And I was glad the whole time. Because you know what? I'm also done with that, T. And we're getting past this. I'm done saying, excuse me first. I'm done saying, oh, excuse me, oh, whatever, when y'all motherfuckers clearly would have never said it. No, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Older folks that I respect, I'll say excuse me. Or people that I respect, I'll say excuse me. But I feel like if I feel like you're coming my way and don't respect me, I'm done saying excuse me and you just walk past like, oh yeah. You ever feel like that?
Nah, yeah. And we live in an area now. I live in an area now where it's a bunch of motherfuckers that's on some, I don't gotta say excuse me. I told it, and it's funny you say that. I told this white dude yesterday. I said, excuse me, and he went like this. I said, never mind. Don't need to say excuse me to people who don't. I said something like that. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck
And
no
I
more.
swear-
And that's how I was in that airport, bro.
It's like you have the courtesy till you realize they didn't even respect the courtesy.
You expected me to move out of your fucking way.
You expected me to either move out of your way or be this. You know what I'm saying? Because as soon as I pipe up, then all of a sudden you see me. Cenat just announced that he's bringing back Streaming University.
Yeah.
Amidst his hiatus from streaming. Believe it or not, he took a hiatus. I don't know how long it was, maybe 6 or 7 months, that he took a hiatus from streaming to pursue fashion. We saw him literally sewing jeans together or sewing.
He was reading
items.
Atomic Habits.
He was reading Atomic Habits. He was reading fashion books.
He was
had
at
his
fashion
journal.
shows.
He was at hella fashion shows. He's back for Streaming University, which is something that I feel like he had a smash with last year. The first thing that I want to say about this is Streaming University is a good idea for him to come back and do something that wasn't for him. It's your way to come back and say, hey, all the streamers who didn't get a chance to go to Streaming University 1, guess what? I'm bringing back 2. Instead of you coming back, I told Terrell, instead of him coming back and saying, all right, Miami stream, Dubai stream, something stream, I'm doing this me stream, it's him coming back to essentially help other streamers. And I was also going to say that this is a brand that I feel like he should keep going year after year. Streaming University should be something that is a full-known brand. If streaming is going to grow, Streaming University should be the very small blueprint that blooms. If streaming is going to do what y'all want it to, you know what I'm saying? Streaming University is a genius idea. So I just want to say all of that first because it's not a idiotic thing, or I wasn't shocked to see Cenat return with Streaming University is all I'll say upon that. But a lot of people did feel a way about his return to just streaming, period, considering the exit that he had from streaming. It's almost like when he exited streaming, it was like it wasn't serving him the way it needed to. Because you didn't say, hey, y'all, this stream went bad, I'm out. Or, you know what? Fuck this shit, I'm out. You did the thing that other people do where it's like when your man just all of a sudden starts reading Spanish books. And you like, oh, you trying to learn Spanish? And he like, yeah, because I'm trying to do this. It's like nothing happened. I just woke up one day and you're pursuing a new thing.
But no, while a lot of people will say that he had, certain passions, because think about it, we got killed before saying, well, if you're going to hop in film, because we have film backgrounds, we was like, yo, if you're going to hop in certain spaces, we just think you should pick one and then be, passionate about it. Because a lot of people just get a whole lot of money and then they just try and say, like you did, I want to be an actor, director, this, that, and that, fashion designer. So then, fast forward from that, you could tell that fashion was the one that he was going to stick kind of in, right? You sat down with your mom on the beach. It was like, yo, I got so much passion. I just want to do this.
Yeah.
Whatever. So it was a little bit of that. We got to
that's
see
my
the
thing.
behind the scenes on the
And I'm not saying
the YouTube joint.
Yeah.
Where it did seem like he was doing that. And I don't think that since he's back, it means he's saying, fuck that.
And me neither.
I just think
this is why I say the way you left, and this is why I brought it up. The way you left, it wasn't like something went wrong. It's just like you chose to do fashion. People who had a problem with it were told, hey, he can do whatever the fuck he wants. Very true. Like nobody said he couldn't. It just seemed like when he was doing it saying, believe in yourself and don't let people make you feel like you can't go after your dreams and stuff like that. So it seemed like, hey, I'm going to stop streaming for now and pursue a dream of mine, is all I'm going to say. And I'm not saying that he's not doing that now. Because he could still be having a fashion brand that's about to drop mid, whatever.
Yeah, I was thinking we would see something from him from the fashion world more.
That's what I thought.
Before this.
Before you came back to streaming, I thought we would get something. Fashion sense. Only because of the... My bad, I just keep saying, I know I'm getting ready to leave. But what was you about to say?
No, I was saying back to the just the Streaming University thing. Like what you were saying about how it should be the yearly joint. Because I don't want to stick too much in that. Definitely want to focus on that. I've been seeing some of like the clips from what it is. And what I'll say about it is this, T. I think it's dope that you're doing this for other creators if we can see
a return for the creators
versus what it looked like for you. Because it looked like, I'm not going to lie, it kind of looked like you doing your version of Could Have Been, where
100%.
you're sitting there, people come to you.
You're coming back to streaming without you actually having to stream. You get to just come back and be famous Kai Cenat, and oh, look, there's Kai who's just walking around and looking at everybody else stream. You've already really been doing that. You've been popping up on other niggas' streams and been around. You just haven't been doing your own. Even Streamer University isn't really a Kai Cenat.
It's your thing for sure, but it's focused on the other streamers. My thing is this. I think it would be dope if, because there were some people that went to Streamer University last year and had success. There was some, I forget, just a few of them, right?
Only girl that I know is the girl Yana.
Yeah, I believe.
Yeah.
And I know it's a couple other ones that got some success from it. But I think that's what will be the story of whether it ends up looking like this was a dope move for you or versus it actually being something dope for creators. Because there are a lot of creators that maybe are too small and got stuck in the wind of not being able to get to you or being stuck somewhere for hours or them lines was crazy.
I think it's funny you bring up the Drewski Could Have Been Records thing because we just had Drewski Could Have Been Records here in DC, and a lot of the DC creators were talking about how they wasn't gonna pull up because they know it's not necessarily an opportunity to showcase your talent, it's an opportunity to go viral. And I think what y'all don't realize these days is even with this Streaming University thing with Kai, I'm having a hard time thinking, when you first started Streaming University, it seemed like such a great idea because you're the guy who did this streaming thing and took it to the next level. You doing a university, it's nuts. It's like Steph Curry changing the NBA basketball league and say, I'm putting out a blueprint on how to shoot. Holy fuck. He can shoot like crazy. He don't have to do this, but he's doing it and it's dope. I think, and that's why I think Streaming University is such a dope thing. But like you saying, it's really only dope to me if it really is a streamer university. If it's just gonna be like the jail joint y'all did, or when y'all go to a different country where y'all gonna put on school outfits and assume positions of, oh, he's an administrator, he's a this, he's a that, and y'all just gonna basically play dress up with a school, that doesn't give streamers opportunity to learn how to stream and all of that. It really kind of just creates moments of viralness, moments of virality. Yeah, sorry, that's it. And that's what I was telling Terrell. I battle with. I said, Terrell, you got a son, Crew. Imagine Crew say, I want to go to Streaming University. I really want to go to Streaming University. I'm like, damn, son, are you going down there to hopefully on some Could Have Been Records thing be a part of a viral clip? Or are you about to go down there and imagine Drewski was doing Could Have Been Records, but it was literally like a talent search where we're going to find 5 comics that make me laugh the most, and I'm going to start a show.
And they're going to have opportunities.
And they're going to have their opportunities. Bro, do you know how much more talent is showing up? Nowadays, I'm going to show up to the Drewski Could Have Been joint
with the biggest gimmick I could think of.
With the biggest crazy thing to get him to just laugh.
And that's why a lot of the DC area comedians or people that do skits and stuff felt like, I don't want to go up there
and be the
big, and then just get sent home, or go up there just to be embarrassed and he get a dope moment. And that's why I feel like with the Streaming University thing, it ain't all the way that, but there are layers of it that feel like it's beneficial for Kai, it's dope for him, but I'm not too sure how dope it's gonna be for everybody else. And I would like to see something like I was saying, I would like to see some people come out of it that we didn't have before that are now, you could say, Streaming University is what, if that's what it's gonna be.
If that's what it's gonna be. Otherwise, I
don't even really watch.
My honest opinion, I'll say this. I think going back to streaming after all of the fashion shit is annoying. That's just me. I'm just gonna say it. Why even put people through it like you have a problem? Imagine me and Terrell are like, oh, we not gonna pod no more. We not gonna shoot no more videos anymore because we want to pursue film. We want to make a movie. We went to film school. We want to make a movie. You're going to have half our film base, half of our following would be like, well, y'all, they did go to film school, so it makes sense. And then the next thing we come out with is not a short film, not nothing. We talking about a podcast back. It's like, okay, bet. You didn't have to leave making it seem like you were kicked out. And that's my thing with Kai Cenat. When you left, everybody was like, okay, go do it. Like, I want to be a fashion thing, and I just feel like I have a dream to create. But now you're back streaming.
Yeah.
We not wrong for saying that one part. You had a dream to create, and then you left streaming. You had people paying you for months, right? And now you're back streaming. So it's like, what did they pay for? What did they wait for? What was all of the big act for? It felt like a moment. And I told Terrell, this not us having any smoke for Cenat. Me and Terrell just keep it 100. With the creators, we create the same smoke y'all would give us, I feel like, is all we saying about him. You know what I mean? We not saying that he can't do a fashion line and stream. We just saying when you came back, we were thinking maybe because you took the hiatus.
A lot of people spotted when you said you wanted to be a fashion designer and a film director and an actor. And it was like, you just named a bunch of big, different, I could give you the path to all of those. All we said was make sure you passionate. Niggas was like, y'all are trying to put him in the same box and make it seem like he can't do. Yo, you can do whatever the fuck you want.
I want to be an NBA player, an NFL player like Deion Sanders, and I also want to be an actor. Okay, well, you know, you got to dedicate your life to one of those paths. You can't just be...
Why can't he be... Y'all trying to put him in
Deion?
Elon Musk is a trillionaire. I don't even really have to... That's not even a big topic. Elon Musk at $1 trillion net worth means he now has enough money to give each human in existence a $10,000 one-time check, and he would still have $112 billion left.
Oh my God, I thought you were about to say that was going to be the rest of his money.
Terrence, no.
Damn, he could give us more.
People don't understand that to be a millionaire, you have 1,000, in order for you to be a millionaire, you have 1,000,000. Think about it. Because once you hit $999,000, you now have one, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you are a millionaire. In order for you to be a billionaire, you have 1,000 million.
Yeah, you got millies.
You get past 999 million to be a fucking trillionaire. That puts your estimated net worth at 1,000 billion. So think about that. When you think about some of it is assets, it's not all liquid money, we get it. But like, that's just, it's a ridiculous.
I don't see why we're looking at this as anything but an accomplishment. Why are we saying it's ridiculous that he's a trillionaire?
Terrence, because
even though I get that millionaires are corrupt, and if you're gonna be a trillionaire, that means somebody's getting whatever.
Yes.
I won't say it's not an accomplishment, more so than I'll just say now it's lame, y'all. This is my take on it. Being rich is lame.
Terrence, no. You're trying to deduce it to that. It's unethical and it's horrible.
You're saying it's unethical that he made all of that money, so should he have like not made it? That's my thing. Like, he's literally making spaceships and electronic cars. To me, I kind of think
you're not
he's
making
a corrupt asshole maybe, but him being a trillionaire, does it not make sense what he's doing?
No. I feel like it's less about Elon himself and more about the distribution of wealth.
Yeah.
Period. But you have enough money personally to end homelessness in the United States.
You know, I feel a way about this, Terrell.
Like, you have enough money to end. And this is the thing,
I'm going to let you make your point and then you let me make mine.
And it's my thing. It's less about Elon and trying to take money. And it's not like, oh, I'm going to see you got 100,000 and say, why do you get to have this money that you made and these people over here don't have anything? You need to give some of your money to them. It's not that. It's about the allocation of wealth. Think about it, T. If you kept making a bunch of money, let's say you make more and more money. We have an editor. Let's say you make more and more and more and more money, right? You're starting to become a millionaire, billionaire, whatever. But you're still paying
the person who makes your
clothes. The person
clothes.
who does the work. What they make compared to what you make is so insurmountable that it becomes unethical even when you're at the billionaire status. That's why people say billionaires are unethical, because you're making so much money.
I get it.
But
there's no way to be a billionaire.
There's no way you can unethical.
So that's why I said being rich is lame, because it's just annoying how every person who's rich, we can't even celebrate them because everybody who's rich is corrupt. Everybody who's a billionaire is corrupt. LeBron was just...
you had this. I didn't know this.
LeBron was just... Terrell, LeBron was just... And I'm not capping for him more than I'm saying, like I said, being rich low-key seems like it sucks. That's my only thing. he becomes a trillionaire and everybody's talking about how whack it is.
You can be rich and not be an unethical billionaire.
No, you cannot. No, you
can't.
can't.
There are plenty of people that are rich that aren't billionaires,
you literally
trillionaires
told
that
me
aren't
that
unethical.
every millionaire or billionaire, every billionaire is a corrupt.
Every billionaire is unethical. Every single one.
That's why I said there's no. It's lame.
There is, but that's the thing.
There's nobody who can say I'm a billionaire and y'all gonna think that they cool.
You can't deduce it to if you're rich, it's lame because people will make what? Because people are going to talk about how you are unethical?
Because look, even if you are ethical, motherfuckers are going to say because most billionaires are unethical.
So give me the billionaire that's ethical.
LeBron James.
LeBron is not an ethical billionaire.
But LeBron is, look, even
LeBron James is a product of them sweatshops.
Terrell.
The same way.
But you see, is LeBron supposed to now, as a basketball player, go and work for the better payment of the people in the sweatshops?
Terrence,
this is why I say billionaire.
You participate
in
a corrupt
So Terrell, he's just a Nike athlete. How is he participating in a corrupt system?
Because it's because
he should not sign with Nike.
Terrence, no. And that's the thing. You're trying to personalize it and make it about the one person versus it being about how once you get to that level,
why I think
there are so many people.
Ben, you make your point, then I'm going to make mine.
There's so many people shouldering you to that point that it becomes an unethical split of revenue, Terrence.
I agree. I mean, I
You don't agree.
I do agree, but that's why I'm saying being rich is lame. Because
that doesn't even make sense, T. There's plenty of people that are rich that aren't lame.
You're not letting me make the fucking point, Terrell. Can I make the point?
All right, well then talk about rich people that are like millionaires. You're making it seem like we're talking about billionaires and
I'm talking about billionaires.
Not just being rich is lame.
I'm talking about billionaires. Literally, the more money you get, I feel like the lamer it is. This is my hot take. The more money you get, the more money you have to pay back in taxes, right?
No. Then that's the thing.
Well, that's when you're not even true. Well, not when you're a billionaire.
Ask how much Elon pays.
True, but not when you're a billionaire. I'm just saying, I'm looking at my life right now and realizing, damn, it seems like people with money get treated like you really shouldn't have a problem with anything in the world because you have money. Like LeBron saying, yo, I think about where I came from in Akron, and I just get so scared that I will go back. He said, even me now where I am, I'm so nervous to like fuck up that I can go back. Everybody's like, he's a billionaire. How could he even go back? That is very true. However, he's speaking organically how he thinks. But because he's a billionaire, he can no longer even talk like that.
Terrence, because people are going to call out the BS.
Because
you're not going back to Akron. You were just with the good old boys saying you wanted to move Memphis to Memphis. What did he say?
Terrell,
he wanted to move?
You see what I'm saying? You yapping your fucking mouth, and I didn't even say that. What he said
I'm talking about LeBron.
No, he didn't say he wants to go back to Akron. He's saying he's nervous to make a financial mistake that can put him back in a situation he was in Akron. But because he's so up, y'all won't even let him reflect on his real life. Oh, get
Terrence,
the fuck out of here, Bron. You already have millions. You're not going back. Okay, Bron, that could be true, but that also means, and this is my point, Bron cannot talk about his old life. You can only talk about you being a millionaire because all the people who are even in your old life, they don't want to hear it from you. That's why I was saying, when you're broke, you're more relatable. When you don't have that much money, when you stay not millionaire, the less money you have, the more relatable you are. I just told Terrell this. I had a tweet go viral because I said that I went to the 5
we're
and below
talking about billionaires and trillionaires, not
I'm talking about relatability, Terrell.
Yeah, but I feel like that conversation changes from even millionaires, like rappers and niggas, to like billionaires and trillionaires, which there's not a bunch of.
All I'm saying is the fact that there's not a bunch of, it just seems like to become a billionaire, is that even a goal anymore, y'all? Do you even want to be a goal if a billionaire one day, if everybody is telling you that billionaires are corrupt and that means you support sweatshop? It's like, damn, who do we support that's a billionaire? When do we applaud a billionaire or somebody? Or y'all was quick to applaud Beyonce. I ain't hear all of that sweat talk from you when it came to Beyonce.
Beyonce's not a billionaire. Well,
but you tried to say she became a billionaire because of the stage.
Terrence, think about it.
Fuck out of here.
Nobody can create that much by themselves. Is be the point.
That's my point. Is why would I want to be a billionaire if I'm going to be getting looked at as an evil?
Elon is a trillionaire. Do you think Elon Musk has done a trillionaire's worth of work by himself? No.
But also, like we said, Elon is the brain behind the work that's working. It's a tough combo, but we don't got to stay here, y'all.
But let's talk about Obsession.
It has become one of the most profitable movies of all time. Crazy box office performance. Terrell puts a lot of that box office performance on the social media wave of, hey, it's good and word of mouth. I definitely agree with that. I think the box office success does come more from the word of mouth aspect of it being good and stuff like that than it being the best movie you've ever seen. But I do think the movie is really well done. Terrell, what did you think about it? Terrell and Gigi watched it after me and A-Train and felt different about it.
That was another thing we've been on our movie watch. We watched it. It was cool. We thought it was super creepy. It was a dope concept. It was a dope, fresh idea. And we liked it. We really liked it. We saw why so many people vibe with it. Terrance told us it did everything that every horror film we loved over the years did right. So we went into it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I didn't tell you that before y'all went in.
Yes, you did. I have texts. We went into it thinking, this is about to go look at our text messages and read what you told me. We went into Obsession thinking we was about to see something super scary. This is all I'll say, because it was a good movie. It was a fun, movie, right? But we went into it thinking that it was about to be something terrifying.
Damn, I did tell him that.
And I should make you read it.
I'll read it. I read it because I still believe it. I'll let you finish.
But we enjoyed it. But we thought it was more creepy and and the scenario was kind of wild versus us being... We left it wishing we were more scared. We just saw back rooms and was like, oh shit. Which, you can say how you feel about that. But we just didn't think it was that scary. And that was our only criticism. And Terrance was like, oh, y'all ain't like it. Y'all ain't whatever.
You can tell when Terrell and G don't like a movie.
All we said was it wasn't as scary. Some of it was kind of ridiculous. I don't want to give a spoiler. It was... When she shot the friend, boom, it was like, okay, she's John Wick. It's like, what the fuck? And I get it. The budget was $725,000. I wasn't expecting it, $750. Yeah. I wasn't expecting it to be whatever, but like, you put it way up there. To me, it ain't Backrooms. It ain't Smile. It ain't it. It ain't... I feel like it was a fun moment for everybody, and everybody's flooded the theaters to see it. But I'll let you go ahead and say how it's better than Stanley Kubrick's.
I wouldn't say that, Terrell, and you keep saying that. I never said this was the best scary movie of all time.
You compared it to Jaws the other night.
It is. It is just like Jaws, but it's not better. This is the thing. I could say you got hand. Hey, you see how he run his routes? He looked like Jay Jettis when he run his routes. That's not saying he is a Jay Jettis level player.
But it can still be ridiculous for you to say compare brother Jay Jettis if he's not.
Look, you see that? Niggas will not even hear a comparison by thinking you trying to say that this is somebody who is just as talented. A comparison does not always mean you think this one is better. It's just a compare. And what I'm saying is Obsession does what every horror film in the last 10 years did good. It almost like it does it well in a combination for a very simple script. And I don't think y'all realize that the simplicity of the story, look, he's like, I went and saw Backrooms. Okay, bet.
That is a motherfucking...
That's a beast. But guess what? The reason why Obsession is in the top 10 horror films of all time is because I want y'all to think about everything that we saw in horror the last 10 years and what they did good and what we got in Obsession. When you think about Get Out and Up and Nope, and the Jordan Peele side of things, the psychological analyzation of horror, not just being scared of the man with the knife or the big fish in the water. We're afraid of a psychological horror. This motherfucker thinks this, and I'm afraid of what they think. Jordan Peele, flipping hip hop on his back. If you think about horror, I said hip hop. If you think about Smile, Hereditary, It. I'm going to put all of those into a separate category over here and what they did well. Where they have transition jump scaring. We're going to throw Insidious in there. We're going to throw, what's the joint called?
What's the girl? A bunch.
I forget. I'm not trying to be the horror guy. All I'm saying is when you think about what it did as far as the youth, look, it being scared of kids.
And it is, Insidious is years ago.
Scary Cities years ago, but definitely really good. It, with the youth and the jokes around, look, real life, kids, and the reason why I'm bringing this up is because of the youth. Obsession didn't have a youth, but it did. You know what I'm saying? We following not adults with kids. These are still youngins that we following through this joint. So we still doing the horror thing. The reason why I compared it to a Jaws is because of the use of silhouettes and you're afraid of something that's unseen. It's the I'm telling you, I could show you a screenshot from the film where they have the girl silhouetted, right? And I don't think y'all realize how much that is the new Jaws fin. I want you to think about it. You could never see the shark, but you could always see the fin. Or you knew not to look for big body and teeth, you knew to look for fin. And I think what Curry Barker did in the movie with her silhouettes is using it as the fin in Jaws. Look, this movie is not perfectly written or perfectly done, but if you ask me, it's so well done with such simplicity that it gives people who want to just watch a movie about a girl obsessed because you just want to watch a simple story. Everything about an obsessed movie, you have that. You got all of you know what I'm saying? All of the crazy Netflix, whatever. You got that in the same movie that you got a lot of good horror references. And I think that's why the movie has ballooned all the way up to $290 million. It's not Black Panther. It's not.
I think it was definitely a good film.
It's the simplicity of that story.
It was a good film. It was fun. But I don't think those horror elements are the reason why it went that far. I think because it came out first.
It's so many
combinations. It came out first, and then its second wind is what took it far after people started talking about it.
Okay. Like I said, I'll give you the word of mouth.
You're right. Because those elements could be the reason why people started talking, whatever.
And let me also
But after seeing it, I just was not underwhelmed, but I was like under-scared. I was under-horrored. I felt like it was a thriller.
I feel you. I thought it was brilliantly...
Some of it was funny.
It was brilliantly directed by a young director. I thought it was not good because of the box office performance. I wanted to make sure I told you that. I really thought it was a well-done movie that I would have enjoyed in that even if I didn't know what it was. Or the box office performance. Remember, I told y'all my favorite movie last year was Bugonia. Did they have the biggest box office performance? No, they didn't. But guess what? I love that story. So that's just my opinion on Obsession. Now, if you got one more thing, I want to ask you something about Obsession after this last point.
No, you can ask me because I was just going to talk about how I feel like Backrooms did a better job with the...
I was going to say I think Backrooms would be the more complicated film.
Backrooms is scary because it take the elements of like a Slender Man game.
Yeah.
Where you look back and that motherfucker down there. So you run and we turn around.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Without doing that.
Yeah.
But creating that tension through these. You remember the game? You remember those games? You remember if you've seen the Backrooms short film? I feel like I was more on edge. I was more like this the whole time watching Backrooms. It was points when me and Gigi was like this.
Because you're going to creep around and...
Obsession! This girl is crazy.
My favorite thing about Obsession is you don't really know what you're afraid of. You never see the spirit that has overtaken both her.
You're afraid of the girl. She's crazy.
You see, Terrell, you need to rewatch it. But I'll ask you this. The art director came out who worked on Obsession. Obsession is now one of the top 10 highest grossing horror films. It is above Us at 175. It's on pace to balloon hella high globally. And this is just the domestic box office in the US. So, yeah, it's ninth on that list right now. But I'm blanking. The art director came out and said she worked on this film and she was the art director and she was given $7,000 for this job. She said that seeing the movie balloon up to almost $200 million was disheartening because she knows that $7,000 is a part of that. You know, you feel like, damn, I watched this joint balloon all the way up to $200 million. A lot of y'all watching this could probably feel like that. But Terrell, what was I going to say?
you know the budget. You knew what it was when we signed up, especially coming from film school where a lot of people don't remember where we did where crowdfunding first started with like Kickstarter.
Yeah.
Where it was like, yo, we're going to put some money together so we can make this film. We would budget out itemized lists of what art needed. The art director, all the fabric you need, all the whatever you need to dress the set, like everything you need to build what you need to get the movie shot based on the script that we have finalized. That's where the money is allocated.
And they still do that. That don't really have nothing to do with your pay neither, Terrell. You're right, though. That's early day Kickstarter. So you're right.
That was the grassroots of it. The only reason why I bring it back to that is because this is not a Nolan film where you got $250 million up front for this.
A fact.
Where I can low-key do anything I want. We made this film for under $1 million, which in 2026 is nuts. So that was kind of the origin of it.
And then if you ask me, even if you're working on Avatar, you know Avatar gonna do $400 million almost. Do you think when they get $400 million that the art director is now gonna get a bonus or some shit? No. The unfortunate, fucked up thing about the film industry is that, like, you sign up for $50 to do craft services. If the movie you did craft services for just $50 for one day balloons up to the first movie to ever make $1 billion or some shit, right? You can't be sitting there like, wow, but they only paid me $50 for craft services. Okay, bet. We're not even thinking about that process anymore. And I don't think y'all realize this. And
that's like a service paid done thing at that point, unless you have some type of which that is just not real for.
It's the way up. And what I don't like about the situation is, like you said, it seems like you're only saying this because the success of the movie has ballooned up, and now you forgetting the origin of like these roles. It really just seems like, damn, I'm mad that the movie's making money, but I only made $7,000. And it's like, okay, but this movie could have went nowhere. This movie could have went nowhere.
And this is probably gonna be your biggest look.
And this is gonna be your biggest look. And look, I'll say this, just to end this. I love Curry Barker, who's the young director, 26. Love his response. I feel like he filleted her. I feel he cooked her. He told her, basically, he feels like most of that money that the movie made should be going back to the ones who risk and took the biggest risk. You made $7,000 to do this film, but you'd be foolish to believe that you took the biggest risk with this movie. Never forget, y'all, I believe the movie got a $750,000 start, but then it was given a $15 million something behind whatever studio that picked it up. I think it was Focus. Whoever picked it up put more money behind it so that it can get even more money put behind it. So when you think about it, Ari, bet this film was $750. I'm a studio. I'm going to invest $5 million into pushing this movie around. Who should get more money when the movie goes and makes? It's the studio. It's never going to be the artist. And the bad thing is that sucks, but that is why working in the film industry is so damn tough.
Yeah, it is.
These roles don't do what you think.
And in the Ruth E. Carter, name your price. You're going to do films and just name your price, and you get your bag, do what you got to do, and you keep it pushing. She's a costume designer that worked on
She just got an
all
Oscar
of the Spike Lee
for Sinners.
films, and just got an Oscar for Sinners.
Well,
has one for Black Panther.
I don't think she got it for
No,
Sinners.
she didn't get it for Sinners. She got it for Black
Black
Panther. She
Panther,
got it for
the first Black Panther.
the first Black Panther.
And she got it for something else, Terrell.
I forget. Loved her. She won. She's done plenty. She worked with Ava DuVernay. She's worked with everybody. But it's really like a name your price thing, and you do kind of look salty coming out like that. I do get it. You starting to see all this money. You like, damn. I wish we would have got more from that.
I wish I would have got more.
Your service was. You agreed to that. That's what you agreed to. Even actors. You see some of the actors come out and say, this show is still running. My royalty check is $15. And it's kind of like, damn, that actually does suck because you're the star of the show. But everything is contractual. Come on, man. That's one thing we learned in 2026. Don't sign the contract. My movie suggestion of the week, T. Let's do movie suggest.
Okay, bet.
And I don't know if you don't have one, but I have one. Do you have anything else you want to do?
My movie suggestion of the week is going to be...
I don't want to put you on the spot. I was just getting ready to tell niggas to go see Disclosure Day.
Disclosure Day.
It's got mixed reviews. It's a new Stephen Spielberg joint scored by John Williams, by the alien, whatever.
And people in the middle of it.
People are in the middle.
People
That's
are
another
saying,
one.
Yeah.
So I've been waiting for that all year. I really want to hear what John Williams and Steven Spielberg did together. They have scored many films together, most famously being Jurassic Park.
Not yet.
The theme is a John Williams theme, but score. But I want to see how good it is. Between my next trips to the movies is Disclosure Day, Dune, and before Dune, The Odyssey.
Okay,
And
Odyssey.
maybe we might take Crew to see Toy Story if he'll sit and watch.
Odyssey, baby. Big shout out to the area of
The YO.
the YO, Big
Rawlins.
Wyoming, Rawlings,
What was it?
Cheyenne.
Cheyenne. What were these motherfuckers?
Come on, let's get them out of the way. Let's get big
Pinedale, Du Bois, Laramie.
Casper, Jackson,
Whirling.
Gillette, Laramie, Rock Springs. Hey, look, we popping it for the Wyoming. What's up?
Big shout out to y'all, man. If we got any fans out there in the YO. They got a dope college, though.
Yeah, they do.
But, man, we getting out of here. Terrance, you got anything before we get out? Your girls is coming back.
Girls are coming back. I will say this, man. Men's mental health, it's an important thing, and it's not something that we going to see like Juneteenth. It's not something that we going to see like Halloween, where it's going to be so far out front. Take a minute to yourself just to regroup and keep this shit going, man. We all soldiers. That's my thing. You a soldier. You not a baker. You a soldier.
It's okay if you a baker.
It's okay if you a baker, but look, let Terrell do that soft shit. I'm telling you right now, if you a baker, you still a soldier. That's why the baker still need to talk, Terrell. Men's mental health.
The soldier need to talk.
I'm just saying, okay, right back. So the baker can't think, since I'm a baker, I ain't gonna talk. You a soldier. You need the same. You a soldier still. I want to fight Terrell.
Look at you, see? He's emotional.
He's emotional.
Is that logic? Is that logic? Man, we about to get, I will say this, y'all. Take care of yourself, like Terrance said. What he said is true, man. It is men's mental health. We gotta take care of each other.
And you got us, man. Realest 9. You know it's pod, man.
Yes, sir. If you ain't got nobody to talk to, you can talk to us. What are you talking about?
That pod.